All right. Um. Hello. Welcome back to another stream. But yeah. Tonight we're gonna be continuing on with the Monstadt Paralogism Archon quest for tonight. I like to say. Yesterday I believe we have gotten at least part one done of the Monstadt Paralogism quest for today. For yesterday I believe. But yeah, without further ado, I guess we can like continue where we left off over here if everything looks to be good so far. But like yeah. Hello Henry, hello Tree, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream, guys. How are you guys doing today so far? Hopefully you guys having a great Saturday evening today, nonetheless, for this weekend. But like yeah, how is you guys doing today? Hopefully all has been going well. And nonetheless, and you guys have been taking care of yourselves as well as just having a splendid weekend so far. But nonetheless, welcome back. But like yeah, I'm doing good. I like to say I kind of just like slept for the most day though, you know. So like yeah, and didn't take the dog out, until like later during the early evening, I guess, or like late afternoon, depending on which way you want to think of that way, I guess. Like yeah, when it comes to late afternoon / early evening. But like yeah, other than that, it's been a relaxing weekend so far, nonetheless. I do want to continue on with the Archon quest, that we left off with yesterday night. I believe yeah, yesterday really late night, we figured out who the imposter was, as well as we had to like fight the evil dragon spine enemies, that like invaded Monstadt over here. And yeah, I believe we're like now reporting back to Jane in terms of like what our next steps are gonna be doing right now. So like yeah. Oh, it's good. Did you do anything like yeah, fun or special throughout this weekend at all, Henry? Or at least managed to like sleep a lot this weekend, hopefully, instead per se, like me over here. Well, like yeah. But yeah, the Archon quest is actually pretty good, not gonna lie. To be honest, I haven't really done like an Archon quest for quite a while, I guess, since the chasm. So it's been quite a long time for me per se. I still kind of wish that, there'd be like voice lines for the Archon quest though, because I think there's only like a very few characters, like that had like the voice lines too. I believe Bennett was like one of them, in which we like made sure he was okay and like, take him as well as the like the other person, to like Diana's safe house over here for like healing per se. Well, like yeah, it's a good Archon quest so far, not gonna lie. At least to me, I'm like really enjoying it so far, nonetheless. Even though it's a bit of like, lawful thinking, I guess, because it is part of the trial, when it comes to court-wise, for the main theme of the Archon quest over here, for the Monstadt over here, But like, I still really enjoy it nonetheless over here, at least so far. But I'm not quite sure like how far much to do with the Archon quest yet, because yesterday when we like finished fighting the dragon spine enemies, that like invaded Monstadt over here, like that only counted for like the daily commissions that we claimed like yesterday night and whatnot. So like yeah. But yeah, did you do anything fun or special by the way, True? Or nonetheless, I hope you had a great weekend as well, by the way. But yeah, thank you very much for coming by the stream. I'm still trying to like figure out like a stream schedule, I guess you could say. Like yeah. I mean, usually I try to like aim for like 9 p.m. CST, I guess, because I feel like that's like the sweet spot for me in terms of when's like the best time to stream, I suppose, as well as like also for the audience, in terms of like when they're like, I guess, awake, to like watch and whatnot, so like yeah, because I know that later on during midnight or like past midnight, it may be sort of a bit late, I guess, when it comes to like younger folks to say the very least. But at the same time, like we met some like EU people as well, like early at the very morning, per se. But like yeah, I still try to like do like Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday, I guess. But I try to like more stream, I guess, on the weekend, I guess, you know, or like, you know, close to the weekend, just because I feel like, you know, we're like both available much more during the weekend over the midweekday, I guess you could say, per se. But like, yeah. So, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out like a schedule, I guess, per se, you know. But I do think that 9 p.m. CST is like a sweet spot in terms of like what time to, I guess, you know, like, start streaming and whatnot. So like, yeah. I did do like an afternoon stream before, you know, like during daylight saving times, you know, cause, you know, my, sleep schedule was like really, messed up, you know, from the daylight saving time, cycle, like for specifically that day, you know, for some reason. But like, I don't know if I can like stick with, you know, like consistently, streaming during the afternoon, cause I just don't feel like, you know, I'm like exactly ready per se, you know, so like, yeah. But yeah, 9 p.m. CST is like where I try to like aim for, you know, when it comes to like time and whatnot for like streaming wise. But I know like later on it does get a bit late, you know, especially if I actually stream late, you know, to like today, that is. But that's like the sweet spot, I think, when it comes to, you know, the audience and like me personally per se. But like, yeah. I was able to continue on with the Natline Archon quest, and oh nice. How are you liking the Natline Archon quest so far? But like, yeah, which one, I guess, or like how early / late are you within the Natline Archon quest currently right now? Cause yeah, I haven't done any of the Natline neither, cause you know I haven't quick started yet, you know, and I still want to get through, you know, Samara over here, you know, for chapter 3 act 1, you know, and like of course Fontaine plus the you know, story quest, you know, as well as like the side quest for Lyra. I think the side quest for Lyra is like around here, like towards the middle of the world quest per se. But there's supposed to be like a really good side quest, you know, in which you're supposed to like you know, you're supposed to like find like monuments or like statues, you know, to like unlock a hidden domain. So like I'm like really wanting to do that one as well, you know. But like I'm trying to like play the quest like as much order as possible in terms of like the corresponding time frame and whatnot, I guess you could say. Like, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure it's just the management issue when it comes to the voice lines. Well, it could be laziness as well, I guess you could say, because like, you know, Bennett is like included apparently, and I think I might have heard Venti spoke a little bit, you know, like maybe 2 lines before, you know, when it comes to his him talking with Misha, you know, during that time, like early on during the story so far. But like, yeah, other than that, like all the other main characters like Luke, Kaya, Klee, and Eula so far, Jane, you know, they still are voiceless when it comes to like them speaking their voices over here. But like, yeah. There's no way I'm more masked than my boyfriend. Wait, what do you mean by that true? But like, yeah, what do you mean by there's no way I'm more masked than your boyfriend? Like, what does the mask mean? But like, yeah, is it your profile picture that has to do something with it, or like I'm not really getting it. Like, yeah. Oh, unless, or does it have to do something with Finon? I guess because you've been sending me, you know, yeah, you've been sending me like Finon TikToks recently, right? Like, but I don't want to watch them, you know, just because of spoilers' sake, you know. That's why. So like, yeah, but yeah, I know that you've been sending me some Finon TikToks. It's just that I don't want to watch them exactly because, you know, I don't want to be spoiled per se when it comes to like, you know, what happens and whatnot, like with them per se. But like, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool, I like to say. It's been a long time, you know, that we have like saw Eula before, as well as, you know, Klee and like Kaya and D-Luke, you know, and like all the other monster characters. Maybe not Jane, I guess. Perhaps Jane too, you know. But yeah, it was like really nice, you know, that like we get to see like all the monster characters come back together, just because, you know, it felt like such a long time, you know, since the last time we saw them over here per se. But like, yeah. No, it's okay. I know that if you guys have to like, you know, leave and whatnot, that's like perfectly fine, you know, because like life stuff per se. But Yeah, I try to stream a bit more, I guess, on the weekend, or at least I'm aiming for that now, you know, just because I feel like we're both like more flexible during the weekend compared to like weekdays, I guess, like Tuesday, Wednesday, I guess you could say. Like yeah. Wait, he's plexi or oh flexible? Wait, what do you mean by that? Like yeah. Wait, I'm still confused. Like I'm assuming that you're flexible, I guess, in terms of time frame as well, or what do you mean by that? True, I'm a bit confused of like what you mean by plexi slash flexible per se. Like yeah, what you just said now. Sorry, I'm like I don't know these terms, so like you may have to put it in easy terms. I guess you could say, but like yeah. Wait, I'm in the middle. Oh, nice. So you've been doing the Nightline on quest for quite a while, then, right? Right, Henry? Like, yeah. Since you're like on Act 4 right now. Yeah, for the interlude chapter, it says we're like on Act 4 per se, but I mean, I'm not quite sure what that means, you know, just because, you know, I didn't really look at, you know, like this part of the frame over here when we initially started the Nightline on quest yesterday night and whatnot. So like, yeah. I still haven't done many of the story quests, but I've done like all the Archon quests for Monstadt. Yeah, I want to try to like play as much in order as possible. I know that Honkai Star Rail, you know, is quite a bit easier when it comes to playing like in order as possible because they have their fates, not the fates collab, but the I forgot what it's called, but it's a thing, you know, that you go into and like it will like show all the regions, you know, in terms of like. In terms of like what we have so far per se, you know, like the first one is like the Herta space station, right? And then the second one is Belobog, and then after that Shinzo Lofu, and then Penokuni Ampharos, you know, like the timeline that is. But like I didn't realize that that timeline, you know, doesn't exactly tell you exactly, you know, what order the progressive story like really follows per se, because the seclusion zone is like actually at the beginning, you know, of the Herta space station. And like yeah, Wolfie, like she told me that for the second part of the bedroom, I guess, quest, you know, that comes like after you do the anniversary event, you know, from last year. She said that you know, it's best to like play that after you finish Penokane, I believe, before Ampharos. But like yeah. But yeah, I still need to like work on that though. And I know that yeah, I didn't realize that. Well, yeah, that like we're like close to 500 subs, like yeah, one away from that. But yeah, I'm still trying to like work on the YouTube side as well, you know, because I haven't like set up like a Nightbot or like anything like, you know, alerts per se. So like the YouTube chat is still like, you know, but like very simplified right now per se. But yeah, I'm still trying to work in that, but like we is close to 500 over here to say the very least, nonetheless. But like yeah, but yeah, wait, yeah, true. What do you mean by those two terms? I mean, you don't have to tell me if you don't want me to, but I'm assuming you're like also more flexible during the weekend as well, right? Like yeah, just like generally speaking. I love Honkai Star Rail's theme, combat, and story, but I've just spent so much time in Genshin, it's kind of hard to choose. I feel like I spend like an equal amount of time for both games, maybe slightly more in Star Rail, I guess, you know, just because I don't feel like as far behind, you know, in Honkai Star Rail compared to Genshin over here, in which, you know, we're like 3 regions behind, I believe. You know, we haven't done Natlan, we haven't done Fontaine, we haven't done Sumeru, the last Archon quest, you know, we done with the Chasm over here. And plus, you know, we have to do like all of this over here too, you know, and like Lyria's side quest. So like, I believe I might have just overall played a little bit more Star Rail than Genshin, but at the same time, you know, Genshin's like Star Rail is like a much more new game, you know, overall than Genshin per se. Like, I believe it's like, you know, yeah, 2 years old now, right? But like, it came like, I think when Sumeru was around when Honkai Star Rail like first initially, I believe, released, right? I believe so. Like, yeah, yeah. I mean, I spent a good amount of time for both games, I like to say, but I don't know. I feel like I might spend like a teeny bit more on Star Rail just because I don't feel like as far behind, you know. But at the same time, you know, Star Rail is like a much newer game than Genshin overall. That is so like, yeah. Wait, muscular is related to... Right, but, what do you mean by, I guess, flexible? Or like, oh, when it comes to physical strength, I guess? Like, yeah. Is that what you mean by plexi/flexible? Like, in terms of, when you said earlier, there's no way I'm more masked than my, boyfriend? Like... You might have just, I think you must have mistyped, or it might have autocorrected Ron over here. But like, yeah, I'm a bit confused on what you were trying to say earlier, True. Since you mentioned that you're like more masked than your boyfriend, you know, and then like you're mentioning muscular as well. But like, yeah, okay. But nonetheless, I guess we can like continue talking to Jean over here to see what next steps are over here against the Dragon Spine invasion, you know, that just attacked Monstadt over here per se. But yeah, I'm not quite sure how much we have to do with the Onquest anymore. But like, I'm assuming just like maybe part 2, I guess, you know, just because when we finish, you know, defending off against the Dragon Spine invasion over here, like that only counted like, you know, for the dailies, for like today per se, you know, like yeah, with only like 1.2 points left over. Oh wait, okay, I'm still a bit confused on like what you mean though, but like he isn't supposed to be flexible, but like he's stronger, right? Like wait, like yeah, I thought flexibility and muscular, you know, strength, you know, go hand in hand together. At least I thought they do, right? Like, because you're able to like lift more, you know, and just carry more. Plus, you know, overall, just like have more physical strength, you know, within your body. But I mean, I guess at the same time, if your like arms are short, I guess, you know, or like you can't like reach out to like certain like higher end places per se. You know, if that's what you mean by, you know, if he isn't supposed to be flexible, to say the very least. But like, okay, I'll forget about it because I'm still like really confused on like what you mean though. But like, yeah. Hello, welcome back to the stream. How's your day going so far? Hopefully having a great Saturday, by the way. But nonetheless, yeah, how's your Saturday been today? Flexibility is how much you can stretch. A really flexible person can lift their leg. Oh, okay. So I think Wolfie has been, I mean, not Wolfie, but I think True has been I guess saying that like yeah, True's boyfriend is like, you know, yeah, like muscular when it comes to yeah, like really physical strength, I guess, you know. But like I guess like his hands or like dexterity, I guess you could say, isn't like as flexible per se compared to like muscular mass or not, right? So like yeah, is that what you mean by True, or am I still mistaken? But like yeah, I'm not quite sure because I mean, you know, I don't really work out, but I used to work out, I guess, you know, like back in college, you know, like freshman and sophomore year, like a little less to do in sophomore year, I guess, but yeah, I didn't really like continued you know, going to the gym like afterwards and whatnot, because I don't know, I just felt like, you know, like right after you work out you just become like really exhausted, in which you don't want to do like any homework afterwards per se. But like yeah, at least when I you know, went to the gym, I guess like during freshman and sophomore year, I just felt like there's a bit of commitment in like a bit of time to commit as well when it comes to just you know, regular routinely going to the gym and whatnot. So like yeah, he's supposed to have more physical. Oh wait, do you work out by the way? True now, or Or do you not as well? Well, like, yeah. Um, I mean, that's okay though, you know, like, you know, it isn't like that big of a deal and whatnot. I mean, it's part of health, I guess, you know, when it comes to like one being healthy, I suppose, or just like overall like one building their own body, I guess, you know. But I mean, it's like it isn't like, you know, that big of a deal, I think, you know, as long as they're like still healthy and whatnot, I think. So like, yeah, but like, yeah, do you work out as well? Well, do you work out, true, or do you not, really, per se, but like, yeah, Oh, that's good. Yeah, same as here. I kind of just like slept for the most day today because like we streamed like a lot yesterday, per se. But like other than that, it's been a pretty good overall Saturday so far. Yeah, I kind of just like slept, you know, and then you know, took the dog out like, you know, after procrastinating in bed, that is, and then like, you know, had McDonald's, and then like we're back here for part 2 of the Oven Crest per se. But like yeah, the Archon is actually really good, not gonna lie. At least I'm really enjoying it so far. I do wish that there should be voice lines, I guess, you know, for the Archon, you know, like, cause it still feels a little bit off, you know, of like Albedo not having voice lines, or like, you know, Jane, Klee, Eula, Diluc, and Kaya, you know, for the main characters of the you know, of the Paralogism Archon that we have going on over here, per se. But the overall story, you know, I think it's pretty good, nonetheless over here so far. Like, yeah. The weird part about it is Wait, what does that mean? Like, yeah. Wait, what does that mean? I'm not quite sure what what does that mean, but, yeah, wait, what does that mean? Like, yeah. Wait, do you guys know each other, Henry, or no? Or are you just saying that? Like, since you mentioned that they talking behind my back. Like, do you guys know each other or no? Like, but I don't know what that means though. Like, yeah. Dude, my so-called friends keep calling me a fanboy because I play Genshin. When I move, I ain't telling. Wait, how come though? Why? Like, yeah, like, why did they, say that? Is it, because of your hair? Or, like, well, what's the reason, I guess? But, like, yeah. I mean, I don't know if they should be your friends at all, per se, since he even mentioned quote-unquote friends, per se, but, like, how come though? Like, yeah, I mean, I play Genshin, you know, I play Star Rail, and, like, I never, you know, got that at all before, per se, but, I guess I can see maybe a few people have before, per se, but still, nonetheless, I never see it that way before, you know, like, yeah, one should not judge another, you know, just because of, like, what kind of game they play, you know, so, like, yeah, like, it's just so weird. That could be okay, that could be why. True, like, yeah, yeah, okay, that could be why, because, you know, I have got it before, so like, yeah. Hello Silas, welcome back to the stream. How's your day been today? Hopefully you're having a great Saturday as well, by the way, Silas. But yeah, these are my characters so far. If you want to like quickly look, but like, I'll just like scroll here like a bit slow for here to see what characters that we currently have right now per se. But like, yeah, nonetheless, how's your day been today so far, Silas? Hopefully you're having a great weekend as well, by the way. But like, yeah, nonetheless, welcome back to the stream. Let's see, oh, okay, never mind. I thought you guys knew each other, because, you know, you mentioned that they talking behind your back over here, but like, yeah. Oh, okay, that could be true. Yeah, I mean, Genshin and Star are all kind of like, you know, anime style, I guess you could say, you know, in which, you know, like, society, I guess, you know, or like the stereotype, you know, is maybe something like that, you know, but, I want to say they're like, as anime, you know, compared to like Wuthering Waves, you know, or like the other gacha games that we, you know, currently have right now, per se. Like, yeah, like Zenless Zone Zero, HI3, you know, Wuthering Waves, and like maybe some of the other games, you know, like I feel like look a lot more anime, you know, compared to like there's like one game I played like once before, like one day before, I forgot what it's called. It's like kind of like Genshin, you know, but it's kind of like it felt like a bootleg version of Genshin, at least when I first played it, you know. But yeah, those type of games like look way more anime compared to like Genshin and Star, at least in my opinion. Like, yeah, out of all the gacha games, you know, I think Genshin looks one of the least anime, you know, when it comes to the overall game, that is, per se. And like Star is like number 2 for me, but the other games, you know, yeah, they look quite anime. But like, yeah. Do you prefer Zunli or Nouvellette? I have Zunli right now. And like, my friend has Nouvellette, I guess, per se. But like, oh, what do you mean my preference though, I guess? Like as a character, or like, who to pull for, or just like, as general, I guess, per se. But like, yeah. I think between Zunli and Nouvellette, you know, I guess I'll probably still stick with Zunli, just because, I had him since like his, rerun banner, you know, when, he like rerun with Ganyu over here, like way back then. But Nouvellette is like really cool too, you know. It's just that I don't really know too much about Nouvellette, unfortunately, just because, you know, I haven't really done the Archon quest yet, you know, for like Fontaine, that is, and like, you know, the story quest, you know, I'm not really exactly there yet as well for over him. So like, yeah. Oh, what characters do you have instead, Silas? But I've been playing for quite a while though, not gonna lie. Like, well, quote unquote playing for quite a while. You know, so like, yeah, like quote unquote playing for quite a while, have, you know, like been playing since the first Summertide event, you know, right before Inazuma, right? But like have all these quests to do still. So like, yeah. But yeah, I've been playing for quite a while, you know, which is probably the reason why I have like a good amount of characters overall and whatnot. So like, yeah. Plus, oh yeah, I'm also like not free to play. So that's another thing, you know. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a whale though, you know, like a dolphin even, just because I really only spend money on the Welcome and Battle Pass over here, you know. But like, yeah, I've been playing for quite a few years, I like to say, overall, since the first year of Genshin, before Inazuma first came out, I suppose. But like, yeah. Oh, that's good. Did you do anything fun or special throughout your weekend so far, Silas? Or were you able to at least sleep well today? Like sleep well today? Like how I did, I guess, for Saturday per se. But like yeah. Yeah, which one do you prefer? Clash of Hunch between Zunli or Nouvellette? But I think I'm like leaning more towards Zunli overall right now, you know. But to be fair, you know, I also like don't really know too much about Nouvellette because I haven't really gotten through the Archon quest yet. So like, yeah, plus the region for Fontaine at the moment. But Nouvellette's really cool though, not gonna lie. Like he's a very noble kind of like you know, like a dragon master, I guess you could say, right? Like yeah. But yeah, so far I'm like leaning more towards the Geo Archon side, at least for the time being per se. But like yeah. Oh, okay, so they kind of like look on more the negative sins then, I say. Like, yeah, I don't know if you should like hang out with them as much anymore if they like look at definitely a bit more on the negatives than the positives. And plus, you know, you don't really consider them as your friends per se, because you said quote unquote friends per se. But like, I mean, I can sort of see it, you know, but at the same time, I don't think that's a good perception to have overall and whatnot, you know, like, oh yeah, like at all. Like, it's basically like judging a book by its cover, you know, like how they're seeing it over here for today. But like, yeah, he is one of the best Hydra DPS characters. I think he's the best Hydra DPS like overall, at least in my personal opinion. Like, you know, Nouvellette, Mavika, and Alakino are still the top 3, at least for me. But like, when it comes to character-wise, you know, like story-ish, I guess, you know, like overall character, you know, I guess I'm leaning more towards a little bit Zunli so far, but at the same time, I couldn't make a really fair, you know, of choice or vote, you know, just because I haven't done his story quest yet, nor like haven't really gotten to Fontaine yet over here, you know. So like yeah. But like no, I think Neuvillette is the best Hydra DPS, like overall, that is, at least so far. It's just that I can't really make a choice between Zunli or Neuvillette, well, like a fair choice that is, because you know, I haven't really got into Fontaine so far yet. But like yeah. Okay, but nonetheless, let's continue on with the Archon quest over here and see what Jean has to say for like next steps of the Dragonspine evasion, I guess, that you know, they attacked here earlier per se. But yeah, let's just see what she has to say over here. If she is even here, well, like alright, the others are looking after Phonia. Please tell me you can help her. I can, as long as the rest of the operation goes well.
Wait, the operation isn't over. What do we do now?
Well, like, yeah, I didn't realize that Albedo, you know, and the others, like, playing this off from the very beginning, you know? So, like, yeah, that is really cool how, you know, Albedo and, like, all the others, like, earlier, when we were doing the, end of yesterday's Archon quest, you know, like, they were, like, playing this, like, way ahead of time, you know? So, like, yeah, like, Albedo had, like, an initial vision, I guess, you know, in which, like, the monsters are gonna invade Dragonspine, you know, and they like planned it like way ahead of time before even the Dragonspine monsters like have thought about it and whatnot, you know. So like yeah. But yeah, I'm really liking this Archon quest so far. Nonetheless, over here, it's just that I mean, I kind of wish that the voice lines are still here, you know, as I'm pretty sure everyone hoped for per se. But other than that, like, yeah, it's a pretty in-depth Archon quest so far, nonetheless, you know. Plus, it's actually like, I guess, a continuation of the previous Monstadt Archon quest that we had like a few years ago, you know, like yeah, for the two Albedo, yeah, for the Albedo clones. What happens next is more of a personal project. I've consulted Venti about the possibility of calling a tripartite conference. Not quite sure what the conference is supposed to be, but like, yeah, I guess it's another discussion in which how we're gonna like come back against the Dragonspine monsters that just invaded us over here. But like, yeah, what character do you regret pulling for? I mean, I don't know if I really regret pulling for any character, honestly. Not gonna lie, just because when it comes to wishing, or just when it comes to like, you know, like going for character in general, you know, I tend to like, you know, choose wisely when it comes to like what character I wish for, or like make like don't let any primogems go to waste, you know, when it comes to wishing for 5 stars. Yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly what character I regret pulling for at all. Because like I don't really regret pulling for any character actually when it comes to my current roster so far. But I guess the character that I least, I guess, think I was like most worth it to pull for, or like more likely to regret pulling for. I don't really know, cause like I said earlier, you know, I try to pull for characters that I know I want to pull, you know, like yeah, like I never like really pull for 4 stars at all, or just like don't really make my primogems go to waste per se, but maybe C1 Ayaka, even though I'm an Ayaka main, but like C1 Ayaka, you know, isn't like too much of a buff, I guess, compared to C0 Ayaka. So like, and like it's like very unnoticeable, you know, that I have C1 Ayaka per se. But yeah, maybe C1 Ayaka, I guess that might be the banner in which I sort of regret pulling for and whatnot. But like, yeah, despite me being an Ayaka main, you know, and like having her as my most powerful character, you know, since her first banner, you know, like yeah, yeah, C1 Ayaka doesn't feel like too much of a difference, I think, compared to C0, at least I really think and whatnot. So like, yeah. But what about yourself? Yeah. What about you guys? What characters do you think that you guys regret pulling for in terms of Genshin over here? But like, yeah. Yes, that's a relatively new tradition. Oh, okay. So it's a new thing within the Monstadt region over here. Like, yeah. Grandmaster Valkyr came up with the idea a few years ago. Well, like, haven't been implemented into just now, I believe. I still remember when he approached me about asking the lovely ladies of the Hexen Zirkel for a small favor. The Chumanies caught me off guard. Okay, I'm not quite sure what this is, but like, if I hadn't known any different, I would have thought he was talking about his older sisters or something.
Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something?
Oh wait, okay, Valkyr's the Dragonspine hiker, I guess, right? Like the adventurer that we might have met very early on doing Dragonspine, but it's been such a long time, I guess, you know, that it's hard to like, you know, exactly remember who he is like back then. But like, oh yeah, I wouldn't exactly call him young, but he's not old either. He's the type to crack a joke at every opportunity, so whatever, whatever age that is, like, I guess like more of millennial, I suppose, or maybe Gen X, I guess, you know, but yeah, something around that point, I guess, like, yeah, not too old, not too young, but something in between. We get pulling for Clarine instead of. Oh, really? So did you pull it for Clarine like during her rerun banner? I'm guessing, right? Or yeah, like during Alikino's first banner, in which Clarine was the yeah, Clarine was the other half of the Alikino banner per se. But like, yeah. I want to say she's a regretful pull though, because Clarine is still pretty solid and whatnot, you know. Like, yeah, but. Compared to like other DPS characters overall, like she's a little bit less powerful, except, I mean, I think Clarine may be, you know, like the strongest Electro main DPS in Genshin so far. I'm not too sure about that, you know, but she's definitely one of the strongest. I'm not quite sure if I don't think she's like as strong as C2 rating though, you know, when it comes to, you know, main Electro DPS, but like overall, she's still like definitely one of the top when it comes to Electro DPS so far per se. Like, oh yeah, I don't regret pulling for it at all, honestly, Clarine per se. And her gameplay is like really fun too, you know, when it comes to like using her lightning dual akimbo pistols per se, right? So like, yeah, but well, like, yeah, she is like a bit underpowered, like in comparison to, you know, Alikino that you said just now. So like, yeah. Anyway, the tripartite conference is a gathering of 3 parties. Oh, okay, so like 3 different groups of people. The Hexen Circle, the Animal Archon, and the joint forces of the Knights and Church of Favonius. Okay, wait, the Hexen Circle, I think it's just the you know, the Knights of Favonius like building over here right now, and like, you know, Animal Archon is Venti, and the joint forces of the Knights and... Wait, no, never mind. I think the Hexacurl might be something else, because the joint forces of the Knights and Church of Favonius, you know, I think it's both Monstadt buildings, but like, yeah. Hello, True, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. We're just continuing more of the yeah, Archon Quest still so far, but like nonetheless. Oh, yeah, welcome back. This is a really nice portrait, by the way. Like, oh yeah, or like painting, I guess you could say. It's not a painting, but you know, you know what I mean. Like, yeah. Lord Barbatos was able to facilitate a meeting before. Lord Barbatos was able to facilitate a meeting between Valkyr and the mages. Oh wait, so the left guy I think might be Valkyr, right? Like, we never seen him before, I'm pretty sure, right? Or we might have seen him, you know, at the very early stages of Genshin, you know, like the Monstadt Archon quest, you know, at the very start of Genshin. But I don't think we like met him in person. It's just that the painting is over here, you know, like yeah. And the mages, I'm assuming is just like the you know, the witch over here, like the mage, you know, on the right side. Valkyr has quite a way with words, so he was able to gain their favor and convince them to agree to a very important request. Oh, okay. So like, yeah, asking the mage for favors, and plus, I guess Venti is kind of like the in-between of like them communicating over here, but like, yeah. Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to our nation. So it might be soon then, in which the mages might help out against the Dragon Spine invasion that we have currently going on right now. So like, yeah. Yes, and now I have a request of my own, so I need the conference to convene once again. Venti, if you would. Yeah, her and Archon got a rerun a few months ago and had Mavika, so I thought I needed Electro DPS character. I think, if, yeah, I think if you went for Mavika already, then, like, yeah, if I had Mavika already, I would probably regret more pulling for Archon over Chlorine, just because, you know, Mavika, like, is like a main DPS, you know, or can be a main or sub DPS depending on, like, how you build her, but like the thing is that Mavika and Archon, you know, they're like more similar to each other, you know, compared to like Archon and Chlorine. So like yeah, for me, if I were, you know, well, like I did get Mavika, but like if I were in your shoes, you know, I'll probably be more regretful, or like slightly more regret, you know, getting Archon, because like if you like already have a Mavika, you know, then there's like less of a difference, you know, when it comes to going for Archon as well, you know, but like that's just me, you know, like yeah, because you know both Mavika and Archon, they're like quite similar to each other, at least in my personal opinion. I think Mavika's a little bit overall better though, not gonna lie, since you know she can be both as a main and a sub DPS compared to Archon, in which you know she's like mostly a main DPS instead. But like, yeah, for me, if I had Mavika already, I'll be a little bit more regretful for pulling for Archon over Chlorine, just because, you know, Archon and Mavika are like more similar to each other than like Mavika and Chlorine per se. But like, still, technically Archon is like overall stronger than Chlorine, but you know, Mavika and Archon, they're both like main pyro DPS, that is. Like, yeah. After the Chronicle Wish banner, should I say for Skirk or Shenhe? After the Chronicle Wish banner for Inazuma, do you have a Escavier, by the way, or no? If you have a Escavier, you may not exactly need to pull for Shenhe, but I mean, at the same time, Escavier is like more towards the sub DPS side compared to support side, you know? It's really up to you, I guess. Like, yeah, depending on like if you really need like a cryo DPS, you know, or like a cryo support. Since Shenhe is still like pretty good, nonetheless, still, you know, like, yeah, and like, you know, I'm pretty sure she'll get even better, you know, as time goes by, you know, when Snezhnaya releases. So like, yeah, but yeah, it depends if you have like Ryzia or not, or if you really need a cryo support, you know, such DPS, but really up to you, you know, because it's a really hard choice per se. It just depends on your situation. Like, I'm just farming Jade on my alt account in Star Rail. Oh, Stellar Jades. I'm guessing, right? Like, yeah, not the character Jade. I think I still need to like farm relics for Jade, like my Jade, that is, you know, for my Herta team. Yeah, I think I need to like still, you know, farm her ornaments, right? Like, yeah, right, like the Dragon Ball and the Link rope for her. But other than that, you know, I've been, you know, still working on, or like still, I guess, using my resins on Hyacinth's leveling material instead. So like, yeah, since we, you know, we just got her recently. Yes, and now I have a request of my own, so I need a conference to convene once again. Venti, if you would. Of course, traveler, pass me the Dodo communication device. Well, like,
You gonna use that thing to call them?
just, then not that yo. Well, like, yeah, just watch and learn. Okay, I think this should do it. The Dodo call. Well, like,
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Oh. Hold on, that's not the right voice.
Wait. Barbados?
Yeah, if he had a voice line, you know, that would make sense for him to hear, but obviously there's no voice line for English right now. So like, yeah. Like the phone call right now. Oh, who are you saving for next? Then true, but like, yeah, who is you saving for next for your alt account? For Honkai Star over here, but like, yeah, yeah, I definitely need to farm more jades as well, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, since we ran out of jades, you know, for Hyacinth, I believe, right? But like, yeah, who do you plan on pulling for next then? For your alt account per se, like, I still think I want to go for Cypher. Not gonna lie, you know, like, you know, because I still kind of want her still, you know, but I mean, I just don't know if I will have enough by the end of the day, because, you know, her banner is coming out the second half of like this update, that is, so like, you know, the gap between time, you know, we don't have as much compared to like between Anexa, I guess, and Hyacinth. Or like, no, Castorus, I mean, in Hyacinth, because, you know, Castorus was the character that I got before Hyacinth, but like, yeah. Oh, okay. Let me think. The only Cryo 5-star I have is oh, okay. So that's the only Cryo 5-star you currently have right now is the Granny. Well, like, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm Trailblazer level 20 and oh, I didn't realize. Wait, actually, yeah, you've been playing for like a little bit, right? Yeah, okay, I remember now. Hence why you like TL. Wait, no, not Star Rail, but wait, in Genshin you're like AO55 there, right? I think, but like, yeah. Trailblaze, yeah, it's Star Rail, not Genshin, so that's the thing. Wait, but can't you get? Don't you have enough for Finon for your main account though? True, no, like, yeah, you didn't pull for the main account, right? I think, cause I don't believe you went for Hyacinth, and you haven't mentioned that you went for Herter, I guess, on your main account, right? You only went for alt account, cause you already had Herter, right, on your main account from her first banner, but like, yeah, can't you pull for Finon on your main account as well, you know, and not just your alt account, you know, per se, but like, yeah. Or you're going for Cypher on your main account, I guess, and like Finon on your alt account, or trying to pull for both on like both sides. Well, like, yeah, because you went for Herter twice. Wait, you said you're TL level 20 and I have relics, but how do I use such unlock them? It's the same with Genshin, I believe, you know. Well, actually, the Honkai Star side, you know, for farming relics, it's like a bit easier. You just have to go to your events tab, you know, or like where you claim your daily commissions, you know, and like open up the tab, you know, that shows the correct relics for your character and whatnot. So like, yeah, there's even like a build guide, you know, that you can like set for specific characters, you know, within your daily commission tab, you know, like on the top left there should be like a character build target. So like once you like select which character, you know, to like build per se, then like it will like show you like a list in terms of like what materials you need for that specific character and whatnot, and like what recommended relics slash ornaments that they recommend too, you know, for that specific character. So like, yeah. But yeah, TO20 and Star Rail and AO55 in Genshin. But like, yeah, I got it mixed up in my head earlier. Or should I go for support on my alt? I'm assuming on your main account you have like a lot more saved, right? Cause I don't believe you have pulled on your main unless I'm mistaken, cause you only mentioned you went for Herter on your alt account, right? That is up to you, I guess. Like yeah, really up to you. But I mean, you can always go for like Finon, you know, on like only one of your accounts, you know. Like I don't know. I don't like, you know, pulling for the same character, you know, on like 2 accounts, just because I don't feel like that's like as much worth, you know, when it comes to like using your strategies per se. Unless it's a character that you really like, I guess, you know, like yeah, which I can see why, you know, like Herta, for instance, you know, like I would put for her on both accounts if I had to, that is. But like, yeah, generally speaking, I don't really like playing for the same character on multiple accounts, because I don't feel like it's just as much worth per se, but like, still. You could go for your support on your alt account, actually, since you, just went for Herta just now, you know, as like your most recent 5-star, that is. So like, yeah, you probably can go for support on your alt account, but like, really up to you, you know, like, yeah. But I feel like you should be fine, you know, getting fine on, since you haven't pulled on your main, I believe, right? Valkyr? Oh, wait, I didn't realize that Valkyr was the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius over here. Like, I guess that's the painting, you know, of the Monstadt, church glass that we just saw earlier, but, yeah, I didn't realize he's, I guess, still alive. Well, like, yeah. Oops, I put in the, oh, okay. Oops, I put in the wrong number. Sorry, Valkyr, you're probably busy right now.
Considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so.
Well, like, yeah, it's hard to remember all of these, like, other characters just because of, like, how long it's ever been since we, like, last done a Monstadt quest, you know? Like, yeah. Ah, yes, we'll have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
Alright, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
Oh, okay. But yeah, I didn't realize he's actually like the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius over here, you know? Like, you know, higher rank than Jean, you know? Like, yeah. Oh, but you don't... I thought you had Herta on your main there, right? True? Like, you have Herta on your main, right? Like, you've been always mentioning that, you know, your other Herta is like not built at all, right? Like, yeah. And I'm not going to go for the same character. Up to you, I guess. I guess considering you just went for Herta, you know, on your alt account, it may be, I guess, a good idea, you know, to like go for a different role instead. Because like, you know, on your alt account, you just went for Herta, and I'm assuming you also have a Nexa, right? Because wait, do you have do you have a Nexa on your alt account as well, or no? Like, yeah, but I know you have a Nexa on one of your either main or alt. No, I'm pretty sure you have him on your main. I'm not quite sure of your alt, but considering, you know, your last 5-star you pulled for was a main DPS, you know, it may be okay, you know, to like go for a different role, you know, to pull for your alt account, just because your most recent role, you know, was a DPS role. Like, yeah.
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
You know, to like keep things balanced for your overall character roster, I guess you could say. Like, yeah. Yeah, no problem, Henry. Yeah, it's like a lot easier to farm in Star Rail, I like to say. It takes a while, I guess, you know, to find things, you know, like where they're at, you know, but once you get used to the UI, you know, then overall, like, it's generally easier to like farm relics and like other stuff in Star Rail over Genshin per se. But like, yeah. How good is the Nexa in general? He's pretty good. I want to say he's like better than the Herta, you know, at least in my personal opinion, but he is like the new best in slot, you know, when it comes to like Herta teams per se. Like, yeah, so yeah, he's good. He's like still one of the best, like, as of today, you know, but I wouldn't say he's like as good as the Herta, at least in my personal opinion. But like, yeah, he's a really good like sub DPS, or main DPS sometimes as well, you know, depending on like how you like to build him per se. But yeah, he's good nonetheless, you know, if you don't have Jade already or like a sub DPS per se. But yeah, considering that Cypher's coming out really soon, you know, we will see how like she compares, I guess, with a Nexus, and Cypher is like the next character that's coming after Hyacinth over here. But like, yeah. Oh, okay. But yeah, you have Hurcher on your main, on your ult, but like you do not have a Nexus on your ult. Okay, I see. Like, it's only Hurcher so far. So, should I go for Sunday or Sparkle? Both are good. Like, yeah, both Sunday and Sparkle are really good. It depends on like what you need more, or like what you really want more. Do you have Bronnier already on like your alt account? True or no? If you have Bronnier already, then like I'll probably go for Sparkle if I were you instead of Sunday, because Sunday is basically like a better version of Bronnier, you know, that like they're like really similar to each other. If you don't have Bronnier yet, then like probably go for Sunday, just because I think it's a little better and more versatile than Sparkle overall and whatnot. Like, yeah. Sparkle's like, it's like still really good though, not gonna lie. Like, he's like obviously especially good, you know, with Imbarbital Lene, you know, but she's like also pretty good, you know, with Hurcher as well, like the Hurcher as well, because yeah, Hurcher is a bit of a heavy skill point character as well, not gonna lie. Like, yeah, not as skill point heavy, you know, compared to Imbarbital Lene per se, but yeah, she is a bit more skill point costly compared to like, you know, casters per se. Like, yeah. But yeah, he was like literally just about to tell us where the drinks are that he hid away, you know. So like, yeah. Don't tell me he hid it beneath the great tree of Windrise. That seems like a bit much. I mean, that sounds like a good spot, not gonna lie. That sounds like a place, you know, in which he would hide it, you know, because the Windwise is quite a popular attraction when it comes to, you know, the leaders of Monstadt over here. But like, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, sounds good then. Yeah, probably go for Sunday then if you know, you'd have Bronnier already per se. But yeah, if he had Bronnier, you know, I might have recommended going for Sparkle instead, since Sunday and Bronnier are like quite similar in terms of their overall kit per se, I guess, you know, like yeah. But since you don't have Sunday, I mean, since you don't have Bronnier on your alt account, then yeah, you can go for you know, Sunday then. Like, yeah, because Sparkle, you know, even though it's like good with her team, I want to say she's like, you know, like the best in slot harmony character for Hurcher at all. Like, yeah, I think Sparkle is like still best in slot, you know, when it comes to Dunhan, but I'm not too sure, you know, best in slot at all for Hurcher per se. Like,
Hello? Who is this?
Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti. Right number this time. Like, we accidentally called Valker earlier, you know, and interrupted his leadership, and but we got the right number this time. But like,
Nope, it doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize Alice does not know who Venti is. As of per se, but like, yeah, I thought she knew who Venti was because, you know, she knows Klee, obviously. So like, yeah. Oh wait, okay, never mind. You're really gonna tease me like this? Fine, it's Barbatos.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear
Well, like, yeah, I was about to say for a second. Like, You still remember the tripartite conference, right? I'm calling on behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
It's me, Aunt Alice. Albedo, captain of the Knights of Avonia's investigation team, requests a formal meeting with the Hexen Circle.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented. Something even your mother other Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
Yeah, the Dragonspine invasion over here. Like, In terms of technique, no, but in terms of location and materials, yes.
Okay, that makes no sense.
I think the pattern I'll go for my alt account is DPS and support, then repeat the pattern. Yeah, I think that's a healthy mindset to have, or like a healthy pattern to have in general per se. But like, you should still pull for like whoever you really want to pull for, you know. Like, yeah, not exactly, you know, following like a textbook, I guess you could say, when it comes to you know, who to decide to pull for, I suppose per se. But yeah, I say like follow I guess follow your heart more than I guess follow like a rule script or like a text script when it comes to like pulling per se. But I guess technically speaking, you know, it does feel a bit more balanced, you know, pulling for different roles, you know, and not pulling for the same corresponding role that you have pulled from before, you know. But still though, if you really want Finon, you know, on both your main and on your other account, you know, like pull for both nonetheless, you know. So like, yeah, but I mean, that is a good way to think about it, you know, because it keeps the balance of things, you know, when it comes to like wishes for characters and whatnot. But still, you should pull for the character that you like really like more, I guess you could say, but per se. But like, up to you. Like, yeah.
You've piqued my interest. I'll be right there.
I mean, at least for me, you know, I pull for the character that I really like more, no matter like how strong they are, you know. Like, even if her tier wasn't as strong, you know, as she is like right now, I'll still pull for her nonetheless, you know. Like, yeah, and like I did pull for Agria still, you know, even though she's like, well, at first she was strong, you know, like she's like really strong when it like she initially came out. But even if she didn't came out still, I'll probably still pull for her just because, you know, she's the Greek goddess of Ampharos per se. Like, yeah, having a title, you know, like makes it enough for me, like still want to pull for her if I didn't had her back then, you know. Like, yeah. Be right where? Here, as in this office?
Hello again, everyone.
Oh, she like teleported over here and joined the meeting. But like, yeah. Hello, Aunt Alice. I see you've turned yourself into a giant Dodoco.
Darling, isn't it? It even has its own hat.
But so cute. Well, like, yeah, it's a bit bigger than I thought it'd be, you know, cause the patch, you know, that we got for the you know, the Genshin teapot, you know, it's like a lot smaller. But but Alice just like literally just transformed herself into like a humongous Dodoco and like immediately went to this meeting over here. But like, yeah.
Wow, the attention to detail.
The wizard hat is really nice, by the way. But like,
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while.
Have you ever spent any money? No, I'm not free to play. I have spent, I really only spend money on the Welkin and Battle Pass. Well, Battle Pass if I completed, that is. Like, yeah, I have spent like a little, I guess, technically, you know, like $15 on the crystals, you know, when like Yay Miko's Spain was first out, you know, like doing Ian Zimmer. But like, other than that, I haven't like spent any crystals beyond that point. So like, yeah.
On behalf of the Hexen Circle, I hereby grant Albedo's request.
So like, yeah, I'm not free to play, but I mean, I'm kind of like I'm like a goldfish when it comes to, I guess, Genshin over here, of like really only spending money on the Welkin and like Battle Pass if I completed that is, you know. And yeah, only did top up shop, you know, like one time during Yay Miko's first Spainer, like way back then. Like, yeah. On behalf of the Hexen Girl, I hereby grant Albedo's. Oh, the Hexen Circle is like Alice's, I guess, you know, clan group, I guess you could say, right? Like, yeah.
I'm guessing you still need to prepare. Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
I just want to keep the account balance between. I mean, that's fair. Like, yeah, if you still want to like do that, I think that's like a wiser decision to make overall and whatnot. Cause you know, that way your character roster is like at least more balanced than if you were just like only going for DPS per se. Like, yeah, cause like DPS, you know, is also like I think the most oversaturated role, you know, for both Genshin and Star Rail. So like you know, there's like very few roles, you know, like there's like lesser characters, you know, when it comes to the other roles. And like, you know, DPS as a whole, I guess, you know, it's more common than like, you know, preservation, for instance. So like, yeah, in which we only have like adventuring, Fushan, Japard, and Trailblazer, and like March 7th, you know, but March 7th isn't a 5-star, you know. So like, yeah, that's a good idea still, nonetheless. But like, still pull for whoever you want to, still like, or like whoever your heart desires, you know. Like, yeah.
Aw, that's nice of you.
I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
But yeah, I mean, we still have never seen like Alice in person though, except maybe this time, you know. Except this time, you know, it's still not in person, you know, because like she like transformed herself to a Dodoco over here. Well, like, yeah. Thank you, Aunt Alice. Before we set out, there's someone you need to meet. Head to my office, he's waiting for you there. Ooh, okay, I wonder who the guest visitor is supposed to be over here. I guess that Albedo was wanting to meet to say the very least, but like, yeah. Like on my main account, wait, like on my main, I don't have a lot of support because I keep. Yeah, you can like go for supports now, I suppose, or just like try to keep a balance more, you know, when it comes to like pulling for other roles per se. Yeah, I feel like if you really only go for DPS characters, then and like it'll be a bit harder to like decide, or like harder to like build teams, I guess, you know, when it comes to like your other roles and whatnot. Like, yeah. But like, still though, pull for whoever you want to pull for, nonetheless, at the end of the day. You know, but technically speaking, if you have pulled quite a lot on a DPS side for quite some time, you know, then it might be a wise decision to like change things up a bit and whatnot. So like, yeah, just to like keep things at least less balanced, you know, than like as it is per se. Like, yeah. So on my main account, it really isn't. That's okay. I mean, at the end of the day, I still think, you know, pulling for whoever you like love the most still is still the most important factor overall, you know, because like that's where you get the most enjoyment, you know, when it comes to like, I guess, spending your stellar J's, you know, going for characters, that is. But like, yeah, it is technically nice or like safe, you know, to have like balance within your overall character roster at the end of the day. So like, yeah. No, I got Navia on her first banner. Like, I got Navia on her first banner. I didn't get Navia, you know, like during her rerun banner that we have right now. So yeah, I had Navia for quite a while, if that's what you wanted to mean, Henry. Like, yeah. I just haven't really built her much at all yet, because, you know, I haven't really been like prioritizing her when it comes to like, I guess, quote-unquote building characters per se. But like I had Navia like ever since her first banner, you know, like when she first came out. But like, yeah. Okay, let's see what Albedo has to see over here.
Have you ever wondered why Albedo always keeps his office closed? Paimon bets there's a secret snack stash hidden around here somewhere.
But yeah, there's supposed to be like a special visitor here, right? At least that's what Albedo has been saying. Oh, it's the dragon. Well, like, yeah, that we met from the Summertide event. Hey, not so loud.
Mini Turin, what are you doing here?
Well, like, yeah, we haven't seen him since the Summertide event, right? Like, with Navia and the others, Nilo, as well as, you know, a Scarred Mochi, right? And like maybe a fourth person, but like, Well, actually, I've kind of been helping you guys in secret this whole time. I tried tapping Paimon on the shoulder during the battle, but you floated away too fast? Wait, he was there earlier? Yeah, I've been in Monstadt for a few days now, but I've kept myself out of sight. I thought people might be scared of me. Well, like, yeah. Hello, Coco. Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going so far? Hopefully, having a great weekend, Coco. But nonetheless, how are you doing today? We are just continuing on with the Monstadt Archon quest that we have right now for the Paralogism on quest that we have per se. But nonetheless, how's your overall Saturday been?
Oh, don't worry. We aren't scared of you.
Okay, well, like, yeah, we haven't seen Mini Durain, I guess, you know, since you know, the Summertide event that we had like last year, I believe, right, with King Navia, Nylu, Scar Mochi, and the others, you know. So like, it's been a while. Hello, Zendaya, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. How's your day been today? Hopefully you had a nice Saturday as well, by the way, Zendaya. But nonetheless, welcome back.
So, what brings you here? Oh, is it Windbloom? There are a ton of fun games this time of year.
I did sneak off to the festival for a bit, even though I couldn't play the games because of all the people. I still had. Oh, it's good. I like to say. Well, like, yeah. We haven't really seen them at all though yet, when it came to like what we've done so far within the Archon quest so far. But glad to see that, you know, we're gonna see Mini Durain over here again, per se, for his second appearance. You know, like, yeah. But that's not why I'm here. Albedo and I made a promise to accomplish something great together. Oh, so they have like some kind of secret to share over here, I guess, right? Like, yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna replace the Duran. Oh crap. Okay, I'm gonna replace the Duran on Dragonspine. I'm gonna be the one who is revived and brought into the sword.
Wait, didn't that already happen? You left the storybook world, and now you're here.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what he means per se. I think he like wants to like get rid of the evil spirit, Duran, that like lies underneath Dragonspine per se. But we like saved him, you know, from the storybook wood of like, you know, the Alice region, I guess you could say. Like, yeah, like from the last Summertide event. I got my Wi-Fi fixed, but I lost my 50-50 to Bronya, so oh really? For Herta, I'm guessing, right? Like, yeah. I mean that's okay though, I suppose, since Bronya is like probably. Wait, actually no. Technically, we have Sealy and Fushuan and Blade now, but Bronya is still like one of the best standard 5-star you can get though. You know, out of the other standard 5-stars per se. But like, is it your first time getting Bronya, or have you like already gotten her before per se? But like, yeah. I would still recommend going for her too if I were you. Like, in my personal opinion, like, she's still like really worth going for, even if you do decide to use a game and cheat for her, you know. But I mean, it's real to you, I guess, you know, especially if you have Casterus, you know. But I do think Herta is slightly better than Casterus, just because you don't have to make as much of a HP sacrifice for her overall roster, I guess, per se. But like, still. No, it's okay. Have a good rest of your night, Henry. Thank you very much for coming by the stream. I'm sorry to see that your mom has to like you know, force you off of YouTube over here, but nonetheless, have a great rest of your night. But like, yeah. So sorry, I should be more specific. Albedo said he can use alchemy to turn me into. Oh, okay. So Albedo, you know, might turn Mini Durain into like an actual human now, you know, like, yeah, compared to the dragon form that he's like stuck with, per se. Wait. No, it's her E1, but I lost to her for Cass? Wait, I thought you lost to her for Bronya, and that you have Casterus, right? But, E1 is like really good though, at least in my opinion. Like, I think E1 is like actually like one of Bronya's like strongest Eidolons, per se, right? Because it gives you a chance, you know, to like replenish an extra skill point, you know, once you use the E ability. I believe that's what E1 is, right? Like, yeah. But like, yeah, did you lose her to Castris or Urter? But nonetheless, congratulations on getting E1 per se. Nonetheless, you know, cause like E1 is like, you know, still one of the best Brawny Eidolons that you can get for her and whatnot. So like, yeah, it can make it can like the extra skill point replenish. You know, it can actually make quite a difference when it comes to doing like, you know, pure fiction, memory chaos, and like the other stuff. You know, like yeah, I mean, for me, it like made quite a difference. You know, because like there'll be like a lot of times, you know, in which I'll be like stuck, you know, with like only like 1 or 2 skill points like in battle. So like yeah.
What?
But yeah, human transmutation. So you're Albedo's intended subject. Ooh. Yeah, he's been working on it for a long
And
time.
that's what you want, Mini Durin? To become human?
I don't know if I want is the right word. I don't even know if there's a right answer in a situation like this. Yeah, considering like how complicated the experiment has been going so far, right? And that you know, Albedo may have caused errors, you know, when it comes to his experiment because the Dragonspine monsters attacked us. Like, Mr. Duran doesn't know if he actually really wants it anymore. But like, yeah. Oh, when I pulled for Casterus, I got Bronya. Then I got Casterus, and now... Oh, okay, I see. So I got Bronya twice. Okay, I got you. Like, yeah, so, I mean, it's okay, though, you know, because Bronya is, like, a really good 5-star still, you know? Like, and since, you got it twice already, you know? Like, E1, Bronya is, like, probably her best, Eidolon for her as well, you know? Like, yeah, like, at least one of her best Eidolons, per se. Well, like, you know, I'd rather, like, lose to Bronya twice, you know, if I don't have her yet, than, like, lose to, like, a different character instead, I guess, you know? I guess, like, Himiko, for instance, you know? Like, yeah. Like, I'd rather lose again to Bronya over Himiko just because of, like, how many times I got Himiko. But, like, I also, like, don't use her, too, you know? Like, yeah. Oh, wait, really? I'm the opposite, actually, because Himiko was, like, it's, like, literally the character, you know, that I, like, lost the most, I'm pretty sure overall that is, even though I have E4 Bronya, you know, compared to E3 Himiko, but Himiko, I think overall is still the character, you know, that, you know, I lost the most overall. Like, yeah. I might use it for mech. She's good. She's good for both, actually. You know, cause, you know, crit damage and attack, right? That's like her main thing, you know. So, no, Bronya's like really good. Not gonna lie. Like, I mean, she's like not obviously like not as good as like Sunday, you know, per se, but she's still pretty good and like one of the best standard 5-stars, you know. Like, yeah. But I do know this. I have just as much of a right to this name. I don't want to lose to the other Durin. Oh, okay. When it comes to, you know, our time to battle him, like, later on, right? Like, yeah. Becoming human. I know, Albedo talked to me about that. He said that the Durin on Dragonspine is a lot more aggressive and primitive. Almost like a beast. Right, like, yeah, the huge, humongous dragon that, we saw initially, I guess, before, you know, when we at the toy region part of the last Summertide event. But like, yeah. I want to use the Himiko Herta team for. Oh, it's okay. Don't you have a Nexa though? Like, yeah. Yeah, I think you like much rather use a Nexa over Himiko, right? Unless you have a Nexa as a main DPS instead, I guess, you know. But like, well, yeah, but like, Alexa is like the best erudition sub DPS / second DPS you have with you know, Herta, that is. So like, yeah. So like, since you have a Nexa, you know, I personally don't feel like you really need Himiko at all, since Nexa is just overall generally better, at least in my personal opinion, you know. Like, yeah. Oh, okay, I see. Eh, but still, you can like form like a different main team, you know, if you're like other characters per se. Like, I mean, me personally, I would run both Hercher and like Anexa together, and like my second team, you know, I run like whoever main DPS I have elsewise. But at the same time, you know, if Anexa is like really your only second best DPS, I guess you could say, or like really the only other DPS you have, I guess, when it comes to your character roster, then yeah, then I can see the reasoning of wanting to like split them up into 2 teams at the end of the day, since your choices may be limited and whatnot. So like yeah. But mom created me in a storybook. The pure parts of me can balance out the evil parts of him. If I'm honest, I don't know what that will look like. Excuse me. But like, yeah. If I can still be me once I become one with that part of him. Right, because Mini Duran is technically a part of Duran as a whole, right? Like, yeah. Maybe without a complete soul, there was never really in me to begin with. Albedo said these kind of questions are normal. We're all just trying to figure out who we are. Right, but like, Mini Duran is still trying to question his, doubts, I guess you could say. Like, yeah. And next is my best DPS, Wait, you have Casterus still, right? Yeah, you have Casterus, so... I really think... Wait, never mind, you have Hercher, not... Okay, okay, I'm just like... Okay, I'm sorry. My brain was like confused of all these characters, you know? Like, okay, you have like regular Hercher, but not the Hercher, right? Okay, so like, yeah. Yeah, Anexa is my best DPS. My Casterus is bad, and my Runmate is... Oh, okay. I would really recommend building Casterus, honestly, if I were you, because like Casterus is extremely good and really top tier when it comes to, you know, the current DPS we have right now in Star Rail. But I mean, up to you. Like, yeah, you should build Casterus if I were you. You know, like she's like not that hard to build, I don't think, you know, because I was able to build her like one day, you know, right before Pure Fiction was about to end during the last session, I believe. So like, I personally don't think Casterus will be too difficult to build if I was able to build her within like a day per se. But I can still understand that you know, building characters can be a bit tricky, not gonna lie, because you know, I don't have one made built neither, you know. So like, yeah. Welcome back to the stream, True. Welcome back. Welcome back. How was the farming been so far? Have a good rest of your night, by the way, Zendia. No, it's okay. I hope you have a great night's sleep, but nonetheless, thanks again for stopping by for a bit, per se. But like, yeah, I would really recommend building Casterus, because, you know, she's like the second best DPS in the game so far, I think. Or maybe the best, you know, depending on like your personal preference, you know. But, I mean, really up to you, because, you know, building characters is hard sometimes, not gonna lie. Like, yeah. I have actually decided who I'm going to get. Oh, really? How come Sparkle instead of, Sunday or Finon? Or, like, the others that we've been mentioning earlier? Like, yeah. Yeah, how come Sparkle out of all the, choices? But, I'm not afraid of change. I want my life to have meaning, and suppressing an evil dragon becoming human both sound pretty meaningful to me. That is true. Those are quite big goals at the end of the day, you know? So like, yeah. So don't worry, no one's forcing me to make this choice. So it's entirely on his own.
Well, turning you into a human sounds like a huge project. No wonder Albedo wants to get the mage's approval.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to him. We're kind of in the same boat, you know? Albedo told me he's the, Crider Prince, a synthetic human, and if this works, I'll be one too. We will be the only two of our kind in the whole world. Alchemical creations allowed to live in human form. I'm going to remind you, this alt account is also my, Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought it's like your personal still, you know, like, yeah, but your alt, like, it's just a secondary for you, you know, like, yeah. So like, I guess that's why you're going for Sparko now, right? Because your boyfriend said, you know, to go for Sparko instead. Like, yeah. Yeah, I thought your alt account was like, you know, you're still, like, you personally made still, you know, like, yeah. And I didn't know that your boyfriend plays Honkai Star as well, you know, or I don't know if he does as much as you know, because like, you know, you're making his decisions, I guess, when it comes to like his account per se. But yeah, I thought that I really thought that your alt account, you know, was like yours personally still, you know, like yeah, so like, okay, that makes sense then, I guess, because you know, because like he gave it the choice just now, but like yeah, for Sparkle. If all living things are grouped together by species and there's only one other person like me in the sword, I guess that make us family. Yeah, I suppose so.
Definitely. You've just gotta trust one another. Actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Hakai know about this?
Well, like, yeah, a group of people. Well, like, yeah, the account is okay, yeah. So like, I guess at the end of the day, or generally speaking, you know, at the end of the day, it's really it's like really up to him then, you know, because he said it's his account, even though you made it for him. But like, I guess he like makes the calls at the end of the decision. Right, so like, yeah. Yeah, I told him I was coming here to fulfill this, duty. From Scholar Mochi. He didn't try to stop me, just told me to get it move on then. Oh, okay. So like, directly forward over here, but like, yeah, from Hat Guy. He didn't say it, outright, but I think he supports my decision. Maybe he even thinks it's a good idea to go through, it says. I'm a little scared, of course, but excited too. So like, yeah. Anyway, I'm really glad I got to talk to you at a time like this. I feel a lot better now. So thanks. Alright, sounds good. So like, yeah, we're gonna see Mini Duran over here again. That Scary Mochi brought him to the Monstadt region over here. We might even say Scary Mochi again as well, like, I suppose, since, you know, Mini Duran is over here right now. So like, Scary Mochi might be coming soon when it comes to like his appearance within the Monstadt on quest as well, per se. But like, yeah. So like, that's the goal right now, I guess, in terms of like what I feel like the overall story is leaning towards so far. But like, I feel like at the end of the Archon quest, you know, we're gonna have to like fight Duran, or like fight like a big boss, you know, towards the very end over here, because, you know, we're still trying to like get rid of the evil spirits of Dragon Spine still, right? Like, yeah. But don't worry, I can cope. I gotta do my best to stay in a good frame of mind so that Albedo's plan can succeed. So like, Albedo can still like progress through his plan right now. But like, yeah. Okay, go to the indication. Go to the location indicated by Alice. So I think we might have to lead the Knights of Avonius over here, right? Unless... Oh, it's like underground. Okay, like, yeah. Like, in the basement-ish.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Over here. I believe this is where the theater is, though, right? Like the imaginary theater? Or something around that, but... I mean, I'm assuming it's like a different type of room instead, though, because we're like... It's like part of the Archon quest over here, but like, yeah. Wait! Your party? It is the theater. Okay, but like, I didn't realize that the Imagine Theater, you know, was like connected, you know, with the Archon quest that we have right now. Like, that is actually really cool. Not gonna lie. Like, yeah, so there's like a little bit more, I guess, lore, you know, within the theater, like we have now compared to like when it initially was released, right? So like, yeah, because we really don't know anything about the theater or like the Imagine Theater as a whole, you know. It's like, was like completely separated from everything else in Genshin for the most part, you know? Like, your party configuration cannot be changed during the Hexen Circles trial. Please choose a suitable party in advance. Ooh, okay, so like we need to like yeah, choose the right team in order to like complete the Alice trial that we have over here. But dang, that's actually really cool. How like the Imaginary Theater, you know, is like connected to the Monstadt Archon quest that we have going on right now, you know. So like yeah, Wolfie's not here though, you know. like the little pet doggy, I guess, you know, that we chat to, you know, to like claim our rewards, you know, per se. But like still, that's actually really cool how the theater was connected to the main story over here, nonetheless, you know. Like yeah. Oh, I forgot to switch my team.
Welcome one and all. Please sit wherever you like.
So, no unspoken rules to be aware of. I don't want to unwittingly park myself down on some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate.
After all, he is the god. But like, still, it is nice to see that Lord Barbados is still considerate when it comes to like his manners and whatnot, you know, like.
Jean didn't fancy tagging along.
A lot happened in the city today. If she left, there really would be no one around to lead the Knights of Avonius.
All right, never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea.
Well, like, yeah, she cannot make it in today's meeting over here, unfortunately. Like,
So, tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
But like, dang, I think this might be the first time in which the theater, you know, was connected to like a story per se, you know, like a quest and whatnot. Like, yeah, that's actually really cool. Okay, I'll get right to the point. I intend to kill the evil Durin in Dragonspine.
Oh?
And I also like to request some alchemical regents from the Hexen Circle.
Which ones? I'm all ears.
There's something like over here, but like, yeah. First will be the flesh of that immortal monster from the Mare Jirari. I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to be, but alright.
Interesting. What else?
It might be one of the monsters at Alice's house, I guess, you know, within her chessboard over here, I suppose, but we'll see. The other is a portion of the imbroglio left by my mother, Rhino Deer.
The raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left.
Okay. So like, yeah, a bit of a potion that she left to make, I guess, Dragonspine monsters like way long ago, right? Like,
Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life.
Well, like, yeah. Correct. Durin's heart has continued to beat ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns. It could be centuries away or millennia, but a day will come in which he shall return. I spent years investigating in Dragonspine, so I'm well aware of the danger he poses. He has already posed a considerable threat to Monstadt at less than half of his original strength. There's no telling how dire the consequences could be if he ever regained his full life force. Right, from like what just happened, you know, just today. But like, Hence, if we want to be free of the dangers posed by his blood and limitless vitality, we must find a way to eliminate Durin entirely. Okay, unfortunately Durin is a special entity. Even after death, he could reawaken at any moment. So the solution is to kill him and then resurrect him in... Oh, dang, okay. I mean, I guess that could possibly work, but I feel like Durin has still quite some hidden powers, like, within him, you know, that, we have yet to, like, still discover, you know, like, yeah, just because of, like, how overall strong of a beast he is. But like, yeah. Upon resurrection, he will no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he will no longer be a monster at all, because I intend to transform him into... Oh, okay, yeah, like the human being that Mini Durant mentioned earlier. During the summer, Klee and I visited a fairy tale world called... Yeah, Simulanka. It was created by mages from Hexen Circle, so I'm sure you know of it.
Of course. It was even the home of one of M's children the other day. Oh, I see.
Okay, so she doesn't want to give away the secret quite yet, but like, yeah. It was during that journey that I learned with certainty that Durant would return to life one day. That experience inspired me. I met the pure soul M had created, and I knew if I wanted to change Durant's fate, he could be the key. To that end, I devised an alchemical model for the transmutation. The soul will come from the fairy tale dragon of Simulanka, the blood from the original dragon's heart. Oh, yeah, I think it's a dragon that we fought with Navia, I'm pretty sure, right? Like, yeah, during the Navia's Kingdom mod, I believe. And the monster remnants from the Mayor Javari and the Embryo Mother left behind will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon venom and the heightened vitality of the monster remnants will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A powerful side effect can be triggered when festering forces in life energy collide. In an alchemical setting, the results are sure to be nothing short of astounding. Spoken as like a true scientist, I guess you could say, right? Like, yeah, like a true alchemist scientist.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
But like, yeah. Do you see that as a bad thing, Aunt Alice?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating. In any case, now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos.
True. Well, like, hopefully not another invasion, but still.
That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them. And so, you must pass the Hexen Circle's trial.
Okay. I understand. I figured something like this might happen. That's why I asked Traveler to come along. Oh, okay, so it's taking part of this trial over here as well, per se, and not just Albedo and the others, right? Like, yeah. Wait, I'm joining you in this thing? I can think of no better partner for such an endeavor.
So you know our tricks, huh?
Well, like, yeah, it was just to like lure us to you know, do the trial over here, per se. But like, yeah. Aunt Alice has always loved the spectacle. Any chance to witness friends come together to support one another?
Well, success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with, no? Although, I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
Okay.
Why?
The Hexen Circle trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna play chess against Alice. At least that's what it looks like from the chessboard over here, per se. But let's see.
Okay. You can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready, interact with the chessboard on the table.
Well, like, okay. Like, yeah. I don't know how this is like a huge trial, I guess, you know, when it comes to the Hexen trial, you know, that she's been, I guess, sort of glazing over here, per se. But, like, I mean, I guess that's part of the ritual, I suppose, in terms of, like, the Hexen trial that we have going on right now. But funny is how it's like a chessboard, though. Like a chess game in terms of, like, the first step over here, you know? Like, yeah. Then let me make a formal request. Will you go through this trial with me? Are you ready, traveler?
Then, my dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
Oh, it might be like a different kind of chess game, I suppose, since she mentioned it over here, you know, but still, it's kind of funny how, you know, the first trial is like a chess game, I guess, for now, but like, yeah, at least that's what it looks. Oh, never mind. It might be quite different, though, but still. It's certainly in keeping with Hex and Zirkel modalities. We've been shrinking down to chess piece size.
Whoa, you're so tiny now. Take extra care of yourselves, okay?
Ooh. Wait, so I think we're like actually battling against him, but not playing chess. But let's see, I guess. But well, like, yeah. At first, I thought we like have to play chess against him, you know, like actual chess. But I don't think it is anymore, considering that we got shrunk down just now. But like, yeah. Nothing. It's just Paimon's voice is even louder than usual now that I'm at this size. She's always so energetic and lively, nothing can dampen her spirits. Don't worry, you'll be back with her again in no time.
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
Aunt Alice, I didn't realize you'll be personally conducting the trial.
Well, since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test? I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See? Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal. Swashbuckle your way to victory like gallant fairy tale heroes.
But yeah, I guess Albedo was a bit caught off guard that you know, Alice is the one that's hosting the chess trial that we have going on right now per se, but like still, I feel like it's a right fit though, nonetheless over here, but oh wait, this is a boss battle. Okay, I didn't realize that, like, yeah, but I thought like the pieces, you know, for the for the chess pieces, like, would like, you know, all come attacking towards us, and, you know, and not just like form into one big chess piece. But like, yeah, dang, that's actually really cool. But like, still, I thought, you know, it wouldn't be this big of a boss battle to say the very least. Like, yeah. Try to direct the chess game. Can you to charge to reduce the number of soldiers? Okay, like, okay, like attack their own pawns over here, right? But like, yeah. Dang, I kind of wish I chose the right team though, but I mean, we can like stick with this for now, I suppose. But like, still. Okay, but like, yeah, I'm trying to like lean the king towards the pawns, except it's like only like one space away every time. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Well, like, yeah. And then, we attack.
Witness my great undertaking.
But, yeah, this is pretty cool. Like, how a chessboard game can be like a boss fight at the end of the day. But like, I'm assuming the pawns are gonna spawn again, right? Or unless we can just attack it now, I guess. But like, I'm assuming that the pawns or other pieces might come here again, say the very least. Oh, and now to like fight the queen now. Okay, I see. But like, yeah, I'm assuming it moves a bit faster too over here, because you know, the queen actually does move faster than the king, a lot more in actual chess. But yeah, it seems to be quite a bit quicker. Oh crap, dude. I didn't realize it makes that move too, you know, but like, oh yeah. Oh, I literally almost ran into that, but like, okay. Okay, there we go. Got the queen out, but like, okay.
Feel this ancient power.
Wait, was that it? Or is that more?
It had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me.
This one doesn't seem like
Well
Alice.
done. But this isn't over. I will now preside over the second trial.
Oh.
Straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are.
I'm assuming we're gonna have to fight Alice now. Like, yeah. At least that's what I'm gonna need an impression of, but like... Wait, do we or no? Because we just got transformed into a different wood just now, you know? Wait, no, the chess pieces are back though. Like, oh yeah, I thought we defeated them. Okay, but I see they have regained new shapes this time, but like,
The trial awaits.
do I have to attack them? Okay, there we go.
Turning the world on its head. Can we see its true colors? So it begs the question: what do you see on the other side of this chessboard? Pawns earned true freedom. The moment they gained legs begins to rattle. So, in the spirit of random, I prepared a little surprise. No need to thank me, of course. Just a small gesture of kindness from me.
Ooh, okay. I kind of wish I chose the right team, but I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do right now.
You're always so charming and delightful.
Witness my great undertaking.
Wait, that was a one shot? Well, I didn't even realize that, but okay. This is not good, but yeah, I didn't realize the Ascendant King can like one shot a Yaker within one whoop of a swing over here, but like
Moment of birth.
Dance, my dearest.
Try to remember the steps this time.
Okay, but I want to try to like heal if we can, I suppose, before using Ayaka again, plus
My great undertaking.
Elon ult, I guess too, but still, yeah, this is a little bit trickier than in the first battle, to say the very least, but I feel like we should try to take care of the king first, since we already got him like, you know, less than half HP over here. Ooh, crap. Well, like, oh yeah, Frozen, but I don't know which character to go for though. Like when it comes to Frozen ability. I think that was it, right? But oh, okay, never mind. we didn't do it correctly that time. Okay.
Get stuck in the barrel.
I think we need to apply Frozen to the queen over here. Like, yeah. That's what it seems like, but I'm really not quite sure exactly what to do because everything's moving a bit too fast over here. Okay, I think we can ult here nonetheless, because, you know, we try to get the king away first. Oh, that's not good, okay. But yeah, set to apply Frozen to one of these guys, except really I cannot tell which one to okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. At least got one of them, but yeah, what's it to do with the okay, that's not good. Yeah, we still have to like get rid of the queen as well.
Brace yourselves.
I'm assuming Frozen can be any of these two enemies, I suppose. But yeah, this is not good. Okay.
Take flight.
Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. That was a bit harder. Well, like, not too bad for a second trial still.
Well done.
Hey, we did it. But like,
So fast. I'm so proud.
Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the others about today's events.
Oh, so this is who Barbarous is supposed to be. Like, it's like, yeah, it's like one of Alice's friends, I'm assuming, right? Like, yeah.
Huh? You're leaving already?
Yeah, I thought for the second try we had to like fight Alice directly, except no, it was like still the chess pieces, you know, except even greater form for the king and queen. But like,
You
that was
did
cool though.
marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her game, be my guest.
Sounds a bit evil still, nonetheless. Currently, right now, but like,
Lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time, my dearies.
Okay, so we have passed, right?
You're
I'm
just
guessing.
going to up and leave? Barbie? You'll have to forgive Barbalov. She's always on the move. And she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique.
Okay, but seems to be quite busy as well per se. But like,
If I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. She's a very health-conscious individual. Barbie was satisfied with your victory. And so am I. Congratulations to you both. You can come back now. Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal first, don't I?
Yes, that'd be highly appreciated. But like, would not want to be chess pieces for the rest of the eternity over here. But like, yeah.
You're finally back. Great job. You made it all look so easy.
Yeah, the second battle was slightly harder, nonetheless, than the first one per se, but still, that was pretty cool though, nonetheless. Like, I really like the second dimensional battle, like environment overall is like very pleasing, but like, yeah.
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
Thank you. Felt pretty good to beat the trial. Once you rested up, let me know when you're free and we head to Dragonspine. Okay, so
Deal with the dragon of Dragonspine, right?
I guess we just finished part 2, right, of the Conquest, and then like part 3 is when we you know, maybe had to fight Duran, but like, yeah. Indeed, the sooner we deal with Duran, the better. Excuse me. Wait, no, this is still part 2, I think, because it says quest not completed yet, but I mean, it feels like a part 2, I guess, you know, of like having to gain Alice's approval, you know, to make our way to Dragonspine over here per se, but like, yeah.
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
That was pretty cool though, like how they decide to you know, form like a multi-dimensional battle within the chessboard over here, you know, like, yeah. Especially the second one. The second wave looked like a lot more unique and cool, I think, compared to the first one. But the first one was pretty cool too. You know, just having to fight against the king and queen on the red chessboard over here, to say the very least. But like, yeah. Okay, I think we have to like leave the Imaginary Theater, but yeah, let's just head on way to Dragonspine now, I'm guessing. this was not where the circular hole was, right? I think over here was like around where the circular barrier stem hole was when we saw it yesterday per se, but nonetheless, let's just go to the valley to see what we can find over here. Or like, okay. Oh, I need to revive Shen Yan as well. That's probably a good idea before heading over. But like, hey, at least we're able to complete the 2 trials still, even with our daily commission team over here. You know, with Venti, Yelan, Ayaka, and Shen Yan. But say, I wasn't really expecting a boss battle, I guess, you know. But technically, they gave us a full warning beforehand. Continuing per se, but like. I thought that was like for the theater though, you know, like, yeah, that it won't be connected with the story over here, so, yeah, it caught me a bit off guard that, the theater took part of this, quest to say at the very least, but, yeah. Okay, Dragon Spine, it's like...
Yep, this place is as freezing as ever. Paimon's hands are turning to ice.
It's like more, underneath the darker layers of the Dragon Spine, I'm guessing, right? Like, yeah, because it's making us go underground. We haven't been here since, like, one of the side Dragon Spine quests, I believe. Like, one of the last ones we did, you know, with the creepy red glare, I guess, you know? That I'm assuming it's here, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like this thing. But nonetheless, I guess we'll ooh, achievement. I guess we'll see what lies over here as well per se. But like yeah, Sorry, I need some drink. My voice is starting to lose again, but well, become dry. But yeah, give me a second. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I kind of wish I chose like a better team, I guess, you know. But I mean, at least we're still able to complete the chess piece battles just now for the first and second half, I guess. Right? Like yeah. This red eye still looks kind of creepy to me. Not gonna lie, of just like how eerie it looks, I guess you could say. But still though, this I think it's like our second time being over here. We've arrived. Sorry, Paimon, I have to get to work now.
Still beating away after all this time.
I thought we defeated it though, you know, for like that one Dragon Spine side quest in which we had to like find 3 locations over here and then get rid of the dark red cleanse, but yeah. Like, still have not fully completed yet, I think, as we see over here.
May Paimon ask a question?
You may.
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon, person, animal, or monster?
From an alchemical perspective, we're both artificial creations, but biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever. So to say we are kin would be category yeah, so even though they're both like non-original, I guess, you know, but they're not exactly similar to each other when it comes to their creations over here. But like yeah.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons then.
It's not so much a matter of preference, rather as things stand, I would say I belong to the class of human. Albeit a unique category thereof, but then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. Yeah, Dragon Spine has quite the mystery behind it over here, nonetheless, per se. But like, I am perhaps the most unique among humans in that I'm the only one of my kind, but soon there'll be another just like me, assuming this alchemical project proves successful. I believe Mini Duran already told you of his intent to replace the Duran of Dragonspine. After my conversation with him, he also expressed a strong interest in becoming. Right, that's what he mentioned to us earlier when we first met him at Albedo's laboratory room, you know, like, yeah. But he's still unsure exactly what he wants to do, or like, what's his goal is, but like, still. It's a fascinating prospect, not to mention an extremely challenging one, but I understand why he came to that decision. Do you see this as an act of curation? Well, understood in the broadest sense, this project deals with both the past and future, and stands to profoundly impact many lives. That primarily is what makes it worthwhile. So both, you know, for past, future, and preference, but also, you know, as all part of you know, Monstadt society as a whole. Like, yeah. Helping Mini Duran become who he wants to be is a secondary, consideration, though still a meaningful one. By contrast, my personal motivations are nothing so grand and meaningful. I'm just pursuing something I believe in. Okay, so Albedo's still like kind of leaning more towards society such the time frame of like present and past of Dragonspine, I guess you could say, such Monstadt, but he's still cares about Mini Duran, like goals and whatnot, you know, but not exactly in terms of his priority list. In my view, the cultivative life which the world cannot generate endogenously is to cultivate the world itself, okay? Whatever aids life in attaining a greater level of perfection improves the world by doing so. It is not a question of whether this ought to be done or not, merely whether I wish to. The alchemical enterprise is concerned with deciphering and comprehending all forms of knowledge. That is the path I walk. That is a good perspective, actually. Like, yeah, especially since he's this scientist, right, for the Dragonspine. Yeah, as a researcher slash scientist, you know, the main concern, you know, I guess is to like look at everything as a whole, you know, and not just like only one individual slash, you know, one perspective, but you know, like once you like understand and learn, you know, all different kinds of experimental things and whatnot, like as an alchemical scientist or researcher in general, you know, like yeah. Of course, that's not to say that this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects Monstadt, I approach first and foremost as a member of the Knights of Avonius. Yeah, it seems to be well enough, nonetheless. But yeah, well spoken as an alchemist, researcher, scientist, Albedo. Like, yeah. Oh, finished. Okay.
Looks like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart.
The whole heart would be too big. I don't need that much. Instead, I've just removed the core. The rest will soon lose its vitality completely. Oh, over time, I'm assuming? Or like, what does he mean by that? Like, yeah. This time, Duran's body should... Oh, okay, so, we're gonna try to finish him at last, I guess, right?
Wait,
like, yeah.
What's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what about the people who fell under Duran's influence?
So, like, I guess the last Dragonspine quest we did, you know, when it comes to side quests, we really didn't, you know, finish off the run at the end, but, I mean, I don't know if we actually finished the run off just because, you know, Hertha came back, I guess, yeah, the clones came back, when, we thought, well, I think we still fully defeated the Albedo clone from, like, way back then, you know, but still, like, part of Dragonspine, part of evil Dragonspine still lies within, Like, yeah, even today. Oops, excuse me. The Knights will keep an eye on them, but as far as I'm concerned, eliminating Durin's influence on the citizenry and creating a new Durin through alchemy are one and the same thing. Armed with this sword, I'll be able to complete the alchemical array and deal with all these issues in one go. Okay. So we got the core now, right, from the heart of the Durin over here, I believe. Because we went like underground over here again. Well, like, we haven't like fought the dragon yet, unless, you know, we still need to like talk to Jean about it still, and the others before making our decisions, like how we you know, discussed with Alice earlier, just now. But like yeah, nonetheless, let's see what lies ahead over here. I have to like head back to Monstadt, I suppose. But like, okay. It's like raining over here as well. I'm not quite sure if that's part of the story or not, but like still. Let's call it a day here. Thank you for accompanying me.
Pleasure. We sure learned a lot.
Mondstadt's a lively place during the Windbloom Festival. You should take a look around and pick up some nice souvenirs for yourselves.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom Star is gonna be this time.
Well, yeah, we're like all caught up against the Dragonfly monsters, you know, that we completely forgot about the Windbloom Festival that's supposed to take part, you know. But like, yeah. Hello Monster, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going so far? Hopefully you're having a great weekend, but nonetheless, welcome in.
We've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Windbloom Festival?
I'm sure we find out on the day of. Okay. So like, I guess sooner or later over here, we will see what lies ahead within the Windbloom Festival coming 2 days later, right? I believe. But like, yeah. I don't think the rain has to do anything with the story though. I think that's just the game overall. But yeah, let's just fast forward 2 days and see what lies ahead. I guess of the festival over here. But like, yeah, day after tomorrow during the morning sounds to be a good idea. Okay.
The Windbloom Festival is about to begin. Let's go check it out.
Is that the court of Monstadt, I believe, right? Okay, like yeah, towards the Venti statue. I thought it'd be over here though, because that's where we initially went earlier. But yeah, we just had to go back to the Venti statue to see what the festival awaits per se. Well, like yeah. Okay. Oh, it's a nice decoration over here too, you know. Well, like yeah. Well, actually, this was here like during the story mode earlier when we fought off against the monsters, I believe. It's just that it feels more of a surprise, I guess, just because, you know, it's separated from the like the in-game Monstadt region per se. But like yeah. As you all know, during this year's Windbloom Festival, the people of Monstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that tried to invade our city. Accordingly, we would like to award a title of Windbloom Star to someone who made an astounding contribution to the defense operation. This is someone who may not look like a strong warrior, but whose keen insights played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. Its words and songs always have a way of lifting people's spirits, and they were a great support to us all. Oh, yeah, it's Venti, I'm pretty sure. When Jean mentioned his words and song, you know, like my mind kind of like spotted Venti over here, but like, yeah.
Amazing!
At first I thought it may have been Traveler, I guess, you know, because Traveler has been like the star of the show, you know, I guess for like majority of Genshin, I guess you could say. But yeah, when she mentioned like words and songs, you know, like yeah, that like immediately sparked Venti now. Huh? No way, you're really gonna pick me? Why not? You're the perfect person for the job. Alright. Does that mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern? I'm sure they'll be more than happy to support the Seer's Windbloom star. If you like, you can even take a drink while you give your acceptance speech to the crown. Aha! In that case, let me swap out the speech for a... Oh, okay. Everyone, the best bard in the lane is about to begin his performance, so don't go away. Gather around and lend me your ears. Oh. Wait, okay. But yeah, I wonder why Albedo's not here though. Oh. Wait, is he gonna turn Mini Duran into a human now? At least that's what it looks like, but yeah. That was like mentioned earlier, but okay. Refining power, fortifying wind. Traverse to 18th Waterlay and 20th Passage. Emergent Soul enter the Mortar Realm. Oh crap, he is! Like... Wait, I think he is, right? Elevate festering flesh into sacred blood and bone. Oh, sages. Witness my grand endeavor! But like, Hey, now it's pretty cool, but like... Still, like, having the voice lines off, I had to like kind of feel for that per se, but like still. Not bad, right? Okay, but yeah, what's gonna happen with Duran though? Oh wait, oh crap, so he did at the end, like, yeah.
Albedo, how did everything go?
We only got to see like a slight glimpse, I guess, you know, in terms of his transformation over here, but still, I didn't realize it happened like all so soon, you know, like, yeah. Very smoothly, I would say, we achieved our goal.
Really? So Mini Duran looks like a human now?
Correct. However, in his newly formed body is still stabilizing. We should give him some time. Incredible work, Albedo. But like, yeah. I graciously accept the compliment. It really is rather remarkable what we've accomplished.
So, how do you feel right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do and achieved a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression had... I'm assuming she means Alice, right? Like, yeah, or the other people with Alice.
She?
Unless it's... grandmother / mother? My master and mother... Yeah, Mother Gold Reinator. A long time ago, she sent me to Monstadt with instruction to complete a task of monumental importance to find the truth of the word. I had a theory about what she meant, and in time, I was able to corroborate it. Sure enough, finding the truth of the word, it basically stood for getting a life. That might be easy for most people, but for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. the formation of life. But like, yeah. I had to find out about myself and the world around me, get to know me, and get to know other people. Life is a space that exists between me and the world. To become truly human, I had to inhabit that space. So for an artificial human, finding a life is, in some sense, equivalent to finding the truth of the world. I can see that, because it's all connected together, and you know, it's what I guess sort of make the world go round. But like,
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves.
Okay. Being alive is just existing, but having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get. Right, okay, like, yeah, but, yeah. Not only just, like, being available, you know, but also, like, having a personal connection to your, existence as well, you know, like, yeah. Still, I found this whole series of events has given me new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. What follows is the choice a human has to make in life, as well as the kinds of family bonds they will form. Most people would probably see the events of the last few days as something out of a nightmare, but for me it's just part of family life. I feel that the carefree existence my brother has enjoyed this far will now come to an end. Just like me, he will have to step into the world and face the same constraints as everyone else.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose we get it from our mother. She's highly unusual. Right, from the family tree that Albedo has over here. But like, yeah. There are all kinds of families in the woods, some based their life around the family store, others around the farm. In my family, I suppose we tend to the flower beds, and now I'm a gardener too. That's a nice simile, I guess you could perhaps say, of his way of words over here. But like, yeah. As long as you feel like you've gained something from experience. Master never showed her face, but if the Hexen Circle knows what I've done, that means she knows as well and gave her approval. Since devouring Nebrius, it would seem she has finally found a modicum of peace. And if so, then I'm truly happy for her. She didn't always have a penchant for madness, you know?
Devouring Nefarious? What's Nefarious?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to be over here as well, Paimon, but like, Oh, it might be a god, I guess, or like some kind of god if, he mentioned that it's the name of the ruler of life over here, but like, okay.
What?
But, it might be even higher than an Archon, I guess. Like, yeah. Or like, I don't know, like tiers of ranks, I suppose, but it kind of sounds like, you know, higher than an Archon, you know? Like, yeah. Could be wrong though, because Archons are really powerful too, you know, but ruler of life is like a huge, standpoint to say the very least, you know? Like, yeah. Aunt Alice told me about it not too long ago, but it came as no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As for the ruler of life, all I truly know is this. Nefarious is not gone. Instead, because of Master's action, she and Nefarious are now one. In any case, thank you so much for your help during this ordeal and for choosing to stand by my side through it all.
Of course. That's what friends are for.
But like, yeah, I think this is the first time we heard about Nefarious before, unless they mention it, you know, during the past Archon quest, I guess, you know, from Monstadt. But like, I don't remember hearing that name from before, like even during the previous Monstadt Archon quest, that is. Hearing you say that means more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiment when I report back to Master Jean.
Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Thank you. I'll get going.
Wow, this Windbloom Festival turned out to be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference.
There's still quite a bit of a mystery, actually, still between, I guess, the ruler alive, right? as well as Dragon Spine as a whole per se, but like I still don't think the evil Duran, you know, has been fully defeated exactly per se, since, you know, we haven't really been to Dragon Spine much except to take out the soul orb, you know, underneath the cave, but still though.
Oh, I almost forgot. If the Wimbloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Wimbloom gonna be?
Wanna take a guess?
Venti, you're back.
Well, I couldn't keep my two dear friends in the dark about this year's Wimbloom now, can I? What do you think of the Cecilia? Oh, like in terms of like, I guess, object, right? Like, yeah, I think the Cecilia is the like the green flower thing, but like, yeah, it seems to be quite fair. The true feelings of the prodigal son, a sentiment as sweet and warm as a gentle spring breeze, perfect for this season. Traveler, give me your hand. The mages are very pleased that you and Albedo managed to pass their trial. Albedo received the materials he thought, so he deserves something in return as well. Oh, okay, so yeah, what shall we get over here per se? The Hexen Circle wants you to have this. It contains something entirely one of a kind, a secret of sorts. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you, so no need to open it right away. This might be like a thing, you know, for like the next Archon quest, the next Monstadt Archon quest, I guess, or something like that. But okay, so you receive a special token from Venti over here, from the Hexen Circle clan, I guess you could say, right? But like, all right.
A gift and a mystery all in one. The mages sure love their secrets.
But still have yet to discover what exactly is supposed to be there, right? Like, yeah. According to the sender, you are probably the only person who can make use of something like this, so I suppose it belongs with you. Of course, it's the traveler's responsibility to take a hold of the very important items, as well as the unique magical you know, unique magical gadgets over here, I guess, like, yeah, relics. Well, all I did was deliver it, although I did go to great lengths during this whole ordeal. I suppose the reward for my efforts wouldn't be out of the question.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
Really? I hold you to that, you know? No going back on your word. Like,
Scott, let's go to the tavern right now.
Aha, music to my ears. I'm so happy I could fly. It's like this festival was made for me or something. When no love remains for the sons to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free. Through shadows so cold, he thought wisdom untold, chasing a fragrance the wind only knows. Thus wistfulness won and faded into night as he stepped from the darkness and into the light. Oh wait, that was the end of the quest over here, but like, oh yeah. I didn't realize that was the end over here, but that was a pretty good one, not gonna lie. Like, yeah. I thought we still had to like, you know, go over towards like Dragon Spine more, you know, to like maybe do like another boss fight, I guess, you know, or just investigate more, you know, within the Women's Valley over here, right? Where we got the you know, got the red orb thing, you know, before the festival began. But yeah, that was pretty fun. Like, that's a pretty nice Archon quest overall, I have to say. Like, yeah. I mean, I still kind of wish that the voice lines were there, especially when the cutscenes started to appear, as well as, you know, during Alice's occurrences. You know, to say the very least. But still, that was good though, not gonna lie. Like, yeah, I mean, I still really enjoyed it at the very end. Okay, I think... wait, that was the end though, right? I believe, like, that was the, okay, I believe that was the end of the Archon quest, but, Dang, we only saw like a little bit, you know, like a very small glimpse, you know, of like, you know, like what Mini Ren looked like, to set a veilless, but
Crowd over there. Is someone doing a performance?
wait, is there more?
Hi everyone. I'm Sansa, and I'm working on becoming a bard. Thanks for coming out today, and I guess I'll start the song now.
I'm not quite sure if this is part of the Paralogism Archon quest or not, but it kind of feels like it, so I guess we'll stick with this for now. But like, I'm pretty sure the overall main Archon quests have been completed, but still.
All goes quiet on Starsnatch Cliff, high in the trees. All is... Oh wait, sorry, that's not right.
Oh.
High in the trees, no whiff of the wind, no sign of the birds, no flapping of wings. Then it goes. Pause. Pause for a moment, and
I may need a little more preparation for the Venti Stone over here. Well, like,
oh gosh, this is so embarrassing. I'm making a complete mess of this. I didn't get tongue-tied at all on the 42nd time, or the 90th time. So why can't I get it right now?
The 42nd and 90th time?
Oh, I didn't realize she like tried it a couple of times already, or quite a bit actually beforehand. But like, yeah.
I rehearsed this 100 times to try and perfect my performance. So this is my 101st time playing this song, but my first time performing it live.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought it would go well this time, but nope. I blew it again. Though not for lack of practice, surely. I guess I need to figure out what I was doing right on my 42nd and 90th attempts and keep practicing.
Maybe the issue isn't the amount of practice, but something else.
Right. That amount of practice should have been more than enough. If it still isn't working, maybe it's more a question of how you've been practicing. Actually, the Traveler here has loads of experience with performing music. Why don't you tell us what your method is? Maybe we can give you some suggestions.
Oh, please, I dabble.
Paimon can give you pro tips from an audience perspective, as a highly seasoned and professional audience person.
Right, Paimon. Okay, but like, yeah.
That's so kind of you. I'm touched that you're willing to help me. Give me a second. Let me just check my notes. Or, actually, why don't I just give you my notes so you can read them for yourself?
Notes about what?
Musical notes, I'm guessing, right? Or
Things I jot down after each practice.
oh, okay, never mind.
Stuff to watch out for, areas to improve on, etc. Oh, but you can ignore the second half. That's just my random thoughts on other people's performances and trying out different instruments.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was musical notes for instance, just because, like, we're on the topic of music over here, but no, it's just like personal notes in terms of like improvising and stuff like that. But like, yeah, like in terms of her performance, the worn-out notebook records Sansa's detailed reflections on the rehearsals, but the random thoughts in the second half are quite verbose. It sounds like, well, it sounds less like journaling and more like an essay or research report. Okay, so it kind of turned into something else at the end of the notebook over here.
Whoa, this is denser than the encyclopedias in the Monstadt library. So are you like a music scholar, collector, librarian?
Well, my parents always hoped I'd become a scholar, so they made me take classes in all of those things and more. But now, I'm applying everything I've learned in academia to becoming a bard.
That sounds logical, but feels a bit off somehow.
Well, I'm all ears. Where do you think I'm going wrong? Have I misunderstood some core principles of music theory, perhaps? Or am I approaching my rehearsals wrong?
The first option says I'm not sure I'm qualified to answer that, and the second one says it feels like your efforts are misdirected. I'm gonna go with the second one because the second one, I don't know, feels a bit more right, I suppose, at least in my personal opinion. But like, yeah.
I never knew being a bard was such hard work. The tone-deaf bard always makes it look so easy. He never seems stressed out at all. And still, his singing and lyre playing always sound really great. Unless he's actually been practicing in secret.
Could be, but I mean, he's the god though, so like, has a bit more inheritance compared to just like another random person per se. But like, yeah, Venti.
Venti? Ah! Tone-deaf bard, where did you come from?
Which one brought you here? Why, the sweet remnants, of course. Sweet with a hint of exotic flora blowing from a land far away.
Well, Paimon sure hasn't missed
Right.
that.
As Venti would say over here, you know, like, as he would say, like, yeah. Actually, I was just taking a stroll in the countryside when inspiration struck me like an apple falling from a tree. So I grabbed a leaf and hastily wrote down a few lines of verse. But before I could finish, there was a whoosh.
A whoosh?
Yes, the sound of a mischievous wind who insisted on being the first one to read my new poem. It whipped the leaf right out of my hand and whisked it away. I was about to give chase, but then I saw a dark silhouette appear and grabbed the leaf in its mouth. Sneezed a few times, and when I recovered, my second avid reader had finished with a... Oh, so someone must have stolen, you know, Venti's, I guess, theory notes, or like lyrics to his next upcoming lyric song, I suppose. Like, yeah, bard song. Now I'm having the urge to sneeze again, just thinking about it.
So it must have been a cat that stole the leaf, right? And with your allergies, you can't exactly go chasing it down.
We can help though.
I can help too, Venti. Your music has always been a huge inspiration to me, so it would be my honor. And, after we find it, could I get some advice on songwriting from you?
Well, like, yeah, someone has stolen his musical theory notes just recently, and I'm guessing we're going to, like, find who the culprit is in a bit over here. Well, like,
I was just worried if I stayed quiet now, I might be too shy to ask later, and I didn't want to let the opportunity slip by, so I'm sorry. I hope I didn't make this weird.
Yeah, I don't think this is, like, you know, actually part of the Conquest still. But, like, it does kind of feel like a little bit of a continuation beyond that point, especially since, you know, like, we left, you know, the Conquest, you know, with, Venti and whatnot. So, like, yeah. It's fine. If problems are the veins on a leaf, inspiration is like the nutrients that flow through them. You've got to grab them when you can. So whatever questions you have, ask away. I'll gladly share my thoughts with you.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll just grab my... Wait, where's my notebook? Oh, it's right here. Sorry, give me a second.
Sansa frantically flicks through the questions book in her notebook, takes a deep breath, and explains her background and the issues she's having with her recital. I see. Well, it sounds like you've already mastered music theory and your instrument. I don't think you need any input on either of those.
Huh? But then, why did her performance go so badly despite all the effort she put in? There's gotta be a reason for
It's mostly
it.
the confidence, I'm pretty sure, right? Like, yeah.
I guess I just lack that natural talent. Maybe I'm not meant to be a bard, huh?
Do you still remember why you wanted to become a bard in the first place?
Let me think. Maybe it was a sense of yearning. Back when my parents forced me to stay in my room and study, I'd always hear this bard singing outside the window. His wonderful melodies and beautiful voice were like a soft breeze that stirred my heart. I remember thinking to myself, if I became a bard, could I be free like him?
I'm pretty sure she heard Venti, but it could be someone else still, but I'm gonna assume Venti for now.
Yeah, that's it. I wanted to be free and happy just like him. And like him, I wanted to share that joy with the whole world.
Yeah, from what she's saying right now, it sounds like Venti, but still, could be someone else still.
But I get so nervous when I'm performing in front of a crowd. I try to mitigate that by doing plenty of practice to make sure nothing goes wrong. But it's no use. As soon as the performance starts, I get tongue-tied.
Well, I think you are a true bard.
What? But I can't even get my words out.
Didn't you say that you dreamed of becoming a bard for the sake of freedom and happiness? A bard's voice is like the wind. Nothing can tie it down, and nothing can stand in its way. Otherwise, you wouldn't have heard that bard's voice from your bedroom where you were studying. I do believe you're a true bard, but there's too much noise in your ears, and you've allowed that to drown out your own thoughts. That's what's holding you back. So like, yeah, basically just the confidence factor in terms of what she's like struggled the most out of everything that's like has done right now, you know? Like, oh yeah, stop worrying about what other people think.
Exactly. If you really want to share freedom and joy with the world, first you need to be the freest and happiest person of them all.
Nice, Paimon. Sounds like you have the makings of a bard too.
So, I've got to be my freest, happiest self in order to share that with others. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, thank you all so much. I'll be sure to take that to heart.
Well, since we're all here, why not give it another shot with Traveler and I accompanying you on our instruments? I'll be happy to.
In that case, Paimon will be the audience. Paimon is the most professional and freest audience you'll ever find.
Yeah, very voluntarily said, Paimon, but like, yeah. Oh. But we still need to find Venti's notes, though. You know, that got robbed, I think. But like, yeah. That was better.
That was my first ever successful performance in front of a crowd. For once, I didn't stumble over my words. I'm so
Oh, but the cat
happy.
is here.
Once the music started, it felt like I became one with the wind. I could roam freely, and nothing could stop me.
The audience definitely felt it too. Look, even that cat came to check out the show.
Yeah, the cat came back. I think, you know, we found the culprit, maybe. Aha, it must be my second avid reader. Let's go ask it about it. Its thoughts in my... Achoo! Well, like... Oh wait, yeah, I forgot that. I think, you know, Venti might be allergic to cats. Like, yeah.
Oh, Charcoal! So it was you! I'm sorry, that's my neighbor's cat. Whenever I'm rehearsing, it always comes to sit on the window.
Like, I think I remember that when he might have first met Diona, I guess, you know? Like, he kind of had the same expression when it comes to, you know, him being with Diona, I guess. Like, yeah, the Dawn Winery.
What was that in its mouth? Was it the leaf with Venti's poem?
Charcoal! That belongs to Venti.
Oh.
Very important to him. Could you give it back?
So it was Sansa's, cat that stole Venti's, musical, note. But like, yeah.
You've helped me so much. I feel bad that I have no way to repay you.
Yeah, I forgot that Venti might have been allergic to cats since the last time, you know? Like, I remember seeing him was like on top of the roof, you know, of Monstadt. But like, he like sneezed at the very end. Like, yeah. But I think, yeah, he's like on top of Diona's wine, industry. In which that's why he sneezed, because of how close he was to the Dawn Winery of Diona. Like, yeah. We. What do you mean by we? Truth. Like, why do you say that? But like, like, we just finished the Archon quest, by the way. True, I think. But this feels like a continuation of the Archon quest, I believe. But it's actually pretty good in my opinion. Like, yeah, I still wish that there was voice lines still of the Archon quest, but nonetheless, I really enjoyed it though. Like, yeah, it's like much better, you know, than I guess I thought it would be. But people have been saying that it's like good overall, you know. nonetheless. But like, I felt like the ending, you know, kind of was a little bit short. You know, I thought there'd be more to it, you know, after the ending we just saw just now, like just recently. But because we barely got to spend much time in Dragonspine, I guess, you know. But overall, like, I thought it's like pretty good nonetheless, you know, despite the lack of voice lines. Like, yeah. But like, hey, you've helped me plenty. You got my missing inspiration back, didn't you? That's a achoo. Well, like, yeah, since Venti is allergic to cats. Did you like the poem, Kitty? Seem to favors Venti's poem as well over here. Well, like, yeah. Oh, well, not so close. No more peeking. I haven't finished writing yet. Ooh, what a friendly feline. My friends, I hope to see you at my next performance.
Gone like the wind.
And there he goes. Back to his good old bard adventures that we have just now. Well, like, yeah.
I believe I got a personal lesson from Venti himself. I must find time to thank him properly. Oh, and of course, I owe you two a huge thank you as well. I can't offer much, but why don't you take this songbook? It's from back when I was studying. I noted down all kinds of tunes from many parts of the world. Maybe you'll find it useful.
But yeah, me personally, I really enjoyed the Archon quest, not gonna lie. It had like a lot of suspense, you know, action, as well as overall quite a good continuation of the previous Monstadt Archon quest that we had like years before, you know, like yeah.
And as well as tunes, I also collected all kinds of instruments. You're welcome to try them out anytime you want. It'll be great to have another
The lack of
musician
voice
to play
lines, I
with.
definitely say, kind of hurts a bit though. But overall, I still enjoyed the overall story, you know, like, yeah. But I kind of wish, like, you know, still had us to explore Dragonspine more, you know, because I thought we really have to like traverse more through Dragonspine instead of just finding, you know, the whole, you know, from the investigation of the 3 locations and like returning back to Dragonspine to like, I guess, like suck the soul of the evil Duran, you know, from the underground cave, I guess, you know. But yeah, other than that, it was pretty good though. It's just that I thought there'd be a bit more afterwards, you know, like yeah. I've been trying to unlock Mark 7th other form. Oh really? I still haven't unlocked her hunch form even today. Like, I think I did the event like 2 years ago, like a year or two ago, but I didn't realize that you cannot unlock her hunch form, you know, until you complete that trailblazing quest, I believe. So like yeah, like I have her event, you know, fully completed, so like I'm pretty sure I have like maybe unlocked all of her eidolons, at least for the most part. It's just that I didn't realize that we don't have her yet at all yet because we haven't completed the trailblazing quest. Like yeah,
Awesome! We'll definitely take you up on
I
that.
thought we would unlock her initially when we like finished the event, or like finished, you know, majority of the event towards the end. But like, you know, later on I realized that you actually had to do the quest first, you know, before like unlocking her hunt form. So like yeah. Oh wait, this was like a while ago. Like you know, this item over here has been like doing a Fontaine update, right? I believe, or I forgot what update it was. I think it's like either the very end of Fontaine or maybe during the beginning of Natlan / middle of the Natlan. Like either beginning of Natlan or end of Fontaine that we saw this musical note over here, but I didn't realize this was part of like the events tab that we had like a while ago before, you know. But like yeah. But yeah, it's a key item over here nonetheless, you know. Same with the teapot and all the others over here, but it felt like a continuation of the Monstadt Archon quest that we just finished out, nonetheless, you know. Like, yeah, it was like pretty nice that we were able to complete this quest as well, you know, right after the Monstadt Archon quest, you know, that we just finished over here. But like, yeah, yeah, her other form is pretty good as well. It's just that I don't really actually have it unlocked at all yet. So like, yeah. I heard it's like overall pretty good and like better than you know, like her preservation form, like just generally speaking. But yeah, I didn't realize that I don't have it unlocked yet until you like have to do that trailblazing quest for her. So like, yeah, a little bit disappointing, you know, that I don't really have her at all yet still. But like, overall, she's supposed to be pretty good nonetheless, you know, like, oh yeah. Hello, Monsieur. Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. How's your day been, by the way? Hopefully you're having a great Saturday, weekend, by the way, Monsieur. But nonetheless, welcome to the stream. Have you built her at all yet for March 7th other form or no? Or, have you not built her yet just because, you know, you haven't unlocked her yet, like same as here, you know? Like, yeah. I kind of want to build her, I suppose, but at the same time, I'm not exactly, like, really needing to build her at my current state per se, but yeah, I remember using her March Hunt form, you know, like during the event we had for the Shenzhou Lofu, like I think it was like before Panokone, like yeah, or like during the middle of Panokone that we had the Shenzhou Lofu event, you know, in which you know, March did some training with Yun Li, right? And Yan Chen, I think. I'm not quite sure if I think it's Yan Chen and Yun Li. Like, yeah, the two trainers that like trained March 7th within the Shenzhou Lofu. I want to build her really. Yeah, she's kind of fun. Like especially with the alt form, you know, like about like her, like you know, having like inspiration, you know, when it comes to like, you know, doing her techniques over here. But I mean, it's okay. You can like always build her in the future, you know, and I don't think she's gonna like disappear at all, you know, like yeah, cause you know she's like there. I'm assuming she's like there permanently for like everyone to like unlock in the future per se, you know, like yeah, since you know she's not like a limited banner character, you know, compared to like you know what we have currently right now with Ison and Herta, you know, like so like yeah, take your time, I guess per se, cause I don't have her unlocked neither. You know, but like I know that I've like fully completed the event, you know, for the March 7th hunt form. It's just that we have yet to like still do the questing, you know, for the main trailblazing to like actually unlock her easier, I guess you could say. But like yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take the dog out, I guess, to you know, yeah, just to take the dog out for the daily routine over here. Should we do theater or no? Like, should you imagine theater or do you want me to hop on Star Rail? Like, I don't know what to do in Star Rail though. That's the thing. Like, we can do side quests still, you know. I haven't done any Bella Box side quests at all yet. You know, like I think that may be on next to the list. You know, when it comes to like, cause like the most recent thing we done in Star Rail was like the finishing the Herta Space Station side quest, I believe. But I'm also kind of wanting to do the theater just because you know it also like ends like really soon and whatnot. Like yeah. Do you want me to? We can, but like I just don't know exactly what to do. I'm thinking side quests, I guess still, unless oh wait, we still have an event to do in Star Rail too, but. Okay, if we do switch to Star Rail, you know, after to take the doggy out, what should we do? I guess, like, yeah. But like, dude, I didn't realize that the theater, you know, was connected to the story of like the Archon quest over here. I think that's like really, really cool in my personal opinion. Because the theater, imagine the theater before, you know, it didn't felt like connected much, you know, towards the other things when it first released over here, you know, like yeah. I guess we can do theater next weekend though, but I definitely want to do it, you know, before it ends, cause it's supposed to end like pretty soon, you know, the Imaginary Theater. Yeah, 7 days and 3 hours, so like that's basically next weekend, and like I'm not quite sure how ready I am, just because you know I wanted to take a slight glimpse of over here of the theater, you know, like yeah, but yeah, if you want me to switch to Star Rail, we can though. It's just that I'm not too sure exactly what to do, but we can say you can say the event. We can do the event, I guess, right? Yeah, that you mentioned just now. But okay, yeah, I'll be OB then. Yeah, complete Paralogism. That's the Archon quest, you know, that we just did. So I'm assuming that we oh, this is another achievement. I'm assuming that we fully completed the interlude Archon quest just now, but like, yeah, that was a good one though, not gonna lie. Obtain the obtain the repertoire of mirrored memories and become a free-spirited musician. That's the one that we just got just now. This banner looks really nice as well, not gonna lie. Like, name card I mean, but like very classy here to say the very least. Like yeah, if you want me to switch to Star Rail, yeah, then I will. So like yeah, but let me take the dog out first and perhaps switch the you know, YouTube stream too, you know, like for titles / categories sake over here, I guess. But yeah, this is a really nice quest though. I mean, I personally really enjoyed it over here, but like the lack of voice lines, I mean, I can still feel feels a bit off still, nonetheless. But I still really enjoyed the Archon quest nonetheless, you know, as it is. But like yeah. Oh, so this is what a dazzling, mysterious gift, you know, that Venti gave us. A glittering crystal ball adorned with star-shaped gemstones bestowed as a reward for passing the Hexen Circle's trial. According to the one who presented it, it is not something that an ordinary person can master. For now, the crystal ball lies dormant as though it were waiting for its perfect time to shine. But like, yeah, they actually, you know, gave us like an in-game item, I guess, you know, when it came to the crystal ball, you know, that Venti gave us. But like, yeah, we still don't know what this is supposed to be though, but I'm assuming, you know, it's gonna be part of like the next Monstadt Archon quest, you know, if they do decide to make another one in the future, or maybe like the next Summertide event if you know, they decide to go that route as well, you know, to like, you know, correspond the story with Alice and the others, you know, for the Hexen thing clan. The Hexen Zilko clan, you know, with Alice and the others. But yeah. But yeah, this looks really cool though, nonetheless. Yeah, I really like how they gave us the item over here. You know, same with the Hu Tao plum branch, you know, how it did for the Chinese New Year event, you know. But like yeah, I'll be obedient then. Nonetheless, and then we can switch to Star Rail. Yeah, if you want to do the event, we can then. But like, yeah, I need to like take the dog out though. So like yeah. But yeah, I shall BRB. I'll let you know as well, true. Like yeah, since you told me to let you know too. So like yeah, I'll let you know when I'm about to like go live again. But yeah, I'll BRB then.